Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. Feeling to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. Feeling to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope. Keep that going.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. Feeling to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you
What I
doing?
wanna do,
Don't
man.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
sick of
going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do,
Don't
man.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
sick of
going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do,
Don't
man.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
sick of
going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do
Don't
here.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do
Don't
here.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. I'ma just chill and watch them and eat snacks in the attic. I wanted to chill with the pack and be like a young whoop, but then they would mistake me for addict. If I can imagine it's cool to give you some advice, then invite your girl to your squadron. Cause if you don't give her that option, you gon' be single player like Sovereign. You gon' get tossed in the bushes by King David. Royalty and not a pretender. Detrimental to an elemental, what's an avatar to a knee bender? I gotta be me though. I know it's my destiny, work to Carnito. Who cares if you fly, if you still a mosquito? You swear you ain't stunting, but really be Steve-O. You like to collect stuff and that's cool, but I got bad news. Even if you really was that dude, King David still be the king of the statues. Since a juvenile, I've been cursed with a curse to be musical. And if you hate it, we'll meet in the crucible. Other than that, then it's cool and it's beautiful. We let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
The vault should literally be a game. Like the Vault of Destiny, when you click on it, there's like tiles that you just click and it lets you play stuff that's not longer in the game.
Like Forte, what you think? Because like their answer is go watch Bife. Their answer is go watch Bife. If you want the Red War campaign, go watch Bife. That's crazy. Like, what you
And
think?
Bife is like, send them my way.
Bife ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying?
No
Who's the old homie used to be? Mylan Games.
Mylan Games, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the Lord Daddies. Psalm. What's up?
You really sit there and you think about it. What? That is crazy to say. Oh, I spent $60 at launch for the Red Legion campaign or whatever it's called, and now it's gone. Forsaken's gone. We've literally probably spent hundreds of dollars on content we can no longer access anymore.
It is crazy, man. That's what is it? What was it? The DCV? The DCV.
The Destiny content mode.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
no king today, guys.
Yeah, what's going on? Jester Jackson 4. What's up? What's up? You don't want to hear Tito? You don't want to hear Tito today? What's up?
I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps in though, because he seemed, when I was talking to him, he didn't even seem sure if he was gonna show up or not. Like,
yeah. No doubt. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna explain everything. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? He's hiding. Wow, it's crazy. No Kang. Yo, you know what the streets? You know what's funny? I told him. I said, you know what the streets gonna say? I said the streets gonna say you ducking the fade based on the topic today.
Yeah,
we got the B team.
Yeah, we got the B team. What's up? You ain't down with the B team? What's up? You don't love us? You don't love Death Row?
We're a very stacked B team.
I don't know what they talking about. This is starting lineup, if you ask me.
Reminder that Sinners is a 10 out of 10.
Only so many people could be in the starting lineup.
Woo! We had the bench kick. We had to get him. He's doing too much. You got to get him off the bench.
He hurt right now.
Yeah,
he pulled his Achilles.
He pulled up lame.
He pulled up lame before the big event.
You know what this reminds me of? You'll like this for thing. Remember Patriots versus Jets in its prime, right? And you talk about the season that y'all had with Boss and Brady, right? The undefeated. And remember that connection was so crazy. And this is like peak Revis too during Revis Island, right? So it was one game I watched y'all, and Brady kept testing him, right? And Brady threw the ball deep on Revis one time, right? Boss caught that thing in stride, burnt him, and then at the end of the play, Revis all of a sudden.
my
Remember that? My hamstring. That's why I got burnt. So King pulled his head. He's Revis today. He pulled his hamstring.
Right. No, he be in Jay Cutler in the Super Bowl riding the bike in the second half of the Super Bowl or the second half of the NFC Championship game against the Packers. I can't play. I'm hurt.
I
can ride this bike though.
I gotta tease him. I was like, of all days, we'll get into what's going on with the King. We'll explain what's going on. It is defense. I can't shout out to Benjamin. Oh, salute, man. Good to see you in there. Yeah, Revis Island was exposed that day. That day I remember. Revis Island did his thing. He had great matches with Kid Boss. I don't hate on him. But that day, it was a post. Yeah, new says, y'all remember that game. Salute. Anyway, hear ye. And we are live. And welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast, LLC, and lordsofgaming.net. And this is episode 399. One more away from 400 episodes, Addict. 400 episodes, one away. That's crazy. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today we've got Towerborne, Xbox game preview debut, Xbox financials and price hikes across the board, GTA 6 delayed, and name your new 2020-25 Game of the Year contenders. So let's get right into it. So obviously we are missing some laws, but all jokes aside, shout out to King. It is Cinco de Drinko. You know what I'm saying? He had told us about this for some time. And then obviously you got that and combined with a boxing weekend for the ages. Right, so I think it's like 3 fights. Obviously, the Romero joint went down. What's his name, Haney and there's another joint. I think it's 5 of them more. So he's in his bag. Shout out to wife for they doing their thing. He did tell us about this earlier, but I was funny because I was teasing him about the time. But you never know. Addict's right. He may stick around. Still may see some things from the King. So we'll see what's going on there. But anyway, we still got my co-host, the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of the Spin Clap, and the How of the Young Wolf. My man, Lord Addict, back to back. How we doing, sir?
Doing pretty
Also,
good.
Thunderbolts is the best written Marvel movie since. I can't even remember. Anyone who has burnt out on Marvel, this is the one to watch.
Yeah, Don. Shout out to you, Don. I'm hearing good things about Thunderbolts. I'm actually hearing people who don't rock. I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it next Saturday. I think you saw it already, right?
Yeah, I saw it a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm going on Tuesday to see it.
Yeah. Oh, you going next week too? Okay, cool. So without spoiling, how you feeling about it?
I felt like it's I wouldn't like put this to like
and your camera's frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen
because
OBS.
Yeah, because OBS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't put it like a lot of people are gonna try to like compare this to like, I haven't seen anyone compare it, but like a what's the word? What Civil War?
Avengers
like,
and all that?
Yeah. So don't go with that expectations. But what I liked about this is it showed that this is a step in the right direction. Like,
okay, let me hear this.
Squat Daddy doesn't look right without the collar.
Hey, yo, who that? Seize him. Teddy P. Who's Teddy P? You messy Teddy P. I see what you're doing. Continue.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid experience. Really good.
By this.
I will say,
yeah,
that Black Widow's sister, I keep forgetting her name. Mm-hmm. She's probably got one of the best charismas in the whole Marvel universe right now.
Okay.
But she's always been good in the Arrow, in the Hawkeye TV show. She did good. Like, she's always been very good at what she does, and she really shined in this movie.
I'm actually surprised at it because it's such a no-name kind of a cast, so I'm kind of surprised that it's getting this type of reception that people liking it. I'll be honest, I was coming into this with kind of Eternals energy, like some ragtag.
I think I think Eternals. I liked Eternals, but I understand why people didn't like Eternals. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the fans of Marvel are done with the characters in Marvel right now. And when you put more of a light on other people to shine and become more, it really starts to like captivate. And I think everyone in this movie did a good job. There wasn't like one that did worse than the other. Everyone in this movie did a good job. I will say that the VIP was Black Widow's sister, though. Yeah, like she did a really good job.
They said Florence Pugh. Shout out to Downtown. He said Yelena, and they said Expedition 33's Mayel kind of looked like her. Oh, she looked like Mayel. All right. He said, did my man just say Florence Pugh and David Harbour are no name? all right. Oh wow.
The twist at the end that explains the asterisk is peak.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm here. He dropped something like that. Like, I'm gonna need to see this for the end, and I'm like, okay, all right. I'm surprised. Didn't expect this. So, Forte, you still MCU'd out, or you kind of chilled off on all that? You muted, sir.
No, I'm there. I'm just, I go into Marvel movies now with faint expectations of what I'm going to get from them. I mean, it is mostly not even really due to like the whole Eternals thing. I just think it was too soon. After everything, it's like you go from the absolute peak to starting over, and then you're going and I know it's sacrilegious when it comes to like the comic book lore of it. These people know who these characters are. Yeah, it's just that for the excitement factor, it's like the lower rung of it.
Yeah, I got you.
And we have to, and you just have to get built back up to the point where, I mean, think about it, that was 10 years for that phase. And then they started it out strong with, major characters. So, household name characters.
Names,
and then the climax is, and you get Sony to allow Spider-Man to come into the MCU. So it was like a big crescendo that kind of hit its apex, and then what goes up must come down. All ties have to recede. But at a certain point, though, I think a lot of the
what are you buying?
Show that tail cog. 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 Show that tail.
We're gonna let it all play.
Yeah. Y'all was excited last week. It seems. Shout out to
AKW. They were definitely.
Yo, they lit today.
Show that tail cog. Show that tail cog.
This is
show that tail cog.
Nobody
show
ain't
that
do that
tail
again.
cog. Show that tail cog. Show that tail cog. Show that.
I was like, ain't nobody did that on a back to back.
No, right.
I had to get a little excitement. Good.
But I'm definitely I'm really interested in this. My kids are super into it. like I said, the last Marvel movie was like, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
What was the last one you saw before that?
Captain America.
Okay, got you. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America wasn't bad. It was just
It's okay.
some creative differences in humor.
Yes.
It was not where it needed to be in that show,
Yes.
and people were
This
trying
is
to
definitely a better movie than Captain America.
trying to do. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, and that's what I kind of hear from people is like it kind of fits what we have, and there's no expectations really to it. And I also think that probably helps it. The fact that we know what Captain America is, and they're trying to like force Captain America to something else, whereas Thunderbolts, unless you are like really deep into the lore of it, this is all new to you. So you're kind of going to an open end, but that's it.
Again, show that tail cog, show that tail cog, show that tail cog, show
This
that
guy.
tail cog, show that tail cog, show that tail cog.
Cog show that tail.
A lot of people were excited about Bowser last week, it seems.
You're going to hear that show that tell the whole podcast.
It's payback. It's only right. This is one that I made you do the Bobo. It's only right. It's only right. I'm built for this.
Did you like get up in the middle of the stream and turn around and shake your tail or something that I don't know about? Did you really do that?
You know damn well what happened, and we ain't gonna repeat all the specifics about what happened.
Hey, all I know is Bowser had a really nice tail.
Yo, that suit was the most uncomfortable. We gonna get to but that suit was so uncomfortable, bro. Like, oh my Lord.
Man,
Bro, you gotta literally get into the joint. And you can't get out. Like you have to. Like that whole thing is a production. If you thought you was going to the bathroom in that, it's a wrap. Yeah, that joint is crazy. That joint it was a wild situation.
It was crazy because I was at work and I was showing. It's like, why are y'all dressed up?
The pictures someone took of us all three, like it is hilarious. Attic with the Sailor Moon, saying King with the glizzy joint, me with the Cooper. Oh my god, it was the visuals hilarious.
Yeah, I usually never have another person there on there with Sundays because it's not busy enough. So I'm usually by myself that day, and I just happen to have somebody because there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Oh, what you watching?" I was like, "Oh, I'm watching the podcast I normally do on Sunday, but I had to work this week." And she was looking, it's like, "What they talking?"
Oh, here we go.
Ooh wee, that tail was nice, Daddy. We like that rolling on the floor laughing.
Hey, don't be throwing no Diddy messages to me, man. Talk about how you like that. Anyway, continue.
And then so we sitting there and she's looking. It's like, oh, what they talking about? Oh, it talks to gaming podcast, talk about a whole bunch of stuff. And then she was like, look, is that Sailor Moon?
Yeah, Addie hit that. It looked good. The gloves was nice.
No, she said, is that Sailor Moon? And I was like, yeah. She said, man, look at that. She said he looked tall. That's a tall glass of water.
That's a tall man right there.
I was like, oh no, I have to super chat this.
Oh man.
She was infatuated with her some addict. She was like, ooh, I like a man in a dress.
Woo, big burly man in the dress.
Big burly man in the dress.
So I on Expedition, man, that game, I got to like going into the third act, I think, and it's better than Metaphor. Like
It's good thing Metaphor came out last year.
Yeah, good thing.
And especially with GTA being delayed, like I think
it's lining up.
This game wins Game of the Year. Like,
I'm gonna talk to you when I get to my section.
We're giving your
Say the boss
already.
Yeah, say the boss for that topic. That's why I did that topic, because I figured it'd be a fun thing to discuss now that certain people have cleared the room. So we will get into that. But other than that, other than Metaphor, other than Expedition, what else you been playing?
Been playing Doom, but I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
I think our content goes up on the 9th.
Yeah.
So definitely be checking on our Patreon and our members. We're gonna ask you guys questions that you guys want answered. We'll do that in the podcast during the coverage itself.
Yes.
Probably put that directly after the podcast. Going to be an interesting conversation in terms of
what are you buying?
Zip with the drip.
Hey Lord Zip with the drip here. Just wanted to send some good beefy vibes. Yoshi, can we get an OOOHWEE? Turn that frown upside down. Hot dog,
yes.
hot dog, hot dog.
There go the hot dogs.
Hot dog, 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 hot dog.
They were ridiculous with these emotes, man.
The fact that they have to say the emotes out like that, it's hilarious. All right, we got live appearance from Yoshi the building. We got you, Zip with the drip. Let's get to that.
Zip with the drip. Yoshi here. Appreciate you. And to Lord Beefy.
Don't do that. Don't. I don't want to hear about no Yoshi talk about ooh. Don't do that. That was messy. Zip, you got what you wanted. It's all good. Salute. So so she said the content. We got content coming for Doom potentially.
Yeah, we got content coming for Doom. Yeah. That'll be dropping on the 9th. We will be at the Summer Game Fest, which I guess we can go ahead and talk about the Xbox Community Fan Fest.
Yeah, let's do that now. And speaking of which, we got my man Wagaman in there. We got 108 Dragon in the building. Those two will also be at the Games Fest and the showcase and stuff like that. So let's put this link out there, man. I want to put this shout out to the homies, man. Shout out to Ben Kenobi, Hargeet, Wagaman, all the people. Yeah, communityfanfest.com, y'all. Go check that out, man. It's big because at the end of the day,
into your raffle.
Into your raffles, man.
Yeah, when I saw the raffle thing, I was like, I looked at that raffle, I was like, oh, people ain't cool like that.
Listen, man, we doing as much as we can to break it.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Salute. Who's that that did the 4th? Oh, that was Hollywood Rules. Oh, salute. That's the homie right there. But yeah, man, it's gonna be lit. And again, I want to shout them out as a Wagga man. Let me give a special shout out to Wagga man because he said big surprise. That's what's up. For a person whose dream was to go to E3 and to just most likely get to the showcase. I just wanted to be part of an Xbox showcase. What that meant like, and I never thought I would get a chance. And at the time, Xbox was doing Fanfest, and that was the hustle. That was the way you get into Fanfest. And that was the way you could get to the Microsoft Showcase. And then for a lot of people, even E3, when E3 used to exist. So Wagaman was kind of literally, when I got off the plane, because I went on a pilgrimage to Mecca. I was like, bro, I'm going to go to LA. I don't care if it's Dolo. I'm going. Because King was supposed to go with me, but then last minute couldn't go. And then he regretted it. He was like, yo, next year, I'm coming with you. But anyway, long story short, so our first time I get off the plane at FanFest, the first person I meet at the meetup event was Walker, man. I was like, yo, what's up? Is this the spot where the Xbox thing is at? And he's like, yeah, man. He was super cool. And we've been friends since. And, we just built this amazing community over the years. Everybody, friends for life, brother. You already know Walker, man. And just a cool dude. I remember him, Megatron, Tim Dog were kind of the early ones. There were a bunch of people there. This is during the day, I think, like TXR and all that stuff. And it's just cool community. And we kept that tradition every year. Everybody's looking forward to going. You know what I'm saying?
May the show that tail cog be with you.
You messy. But the thing that's cool is obviously Xbox, this year announced there will be no physical event. And to see those guys from the old regime as well as the new regime say, hey, we are still going to do something. And from what I hear, I don't know if I can spoil, there's going to be some involvement potentially from, certain corporations. And I'm excited about that because, that's a tradition that I would love to keep going, especially anybody who's never been to quote unquote E3 or an Xbox Fan Fest. To keep that is allowed. So it is good. So go check out the website. Again, it is Xbox community. What is it? CommunityWhatYouCall.com. We put the link in there. And then there's a form. Make sure you hit that sweepstake. I'm going to put that link one more time in there so you guys can get it. And we should be good. But I love that the guys are keeping it. Yeah, CommunityFanfest.com is the site. Go check that out. Anyway, appreciate y'all. And that's pretty much it, Attic.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Expedition's taking the majority of my time right now.
Woo!
I'm streaming that game 2 to 4 hours a day at this point. And I came across the boss that everyone shows with the bouncing all the time.
Oh god, yeah.
I had to. There's a time where I parried 20 moves in one turn.
The bouncing
in one turn, and I was counting it. It was 20 plus in one. It got to the point where I stopped counting it.
Bro, he goes so many. I fought that boy. I could beat that boy. It's just that the health bar is just so long. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit here all day doing this.
Fight him.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. I'll get him.
No, you could do it very easily. Just keep fighting him.
I could beat him. I just only reason why I said I'm not gonna do it because I was like, I felt like I needed more DPS. So I was just like, I'll come back.
You don't need nothing. Keep fighting him.
I'm just gonna be there all day. You'll be there all day though.
All you got to do is parry him. That's all I'm gonna say. All you got to do is parry.
I've been parrying.
Cog basically is saying he ain't got the time or
no. What I'm saying, don't look at his health. Just keep parrying it.
I got fair enough. But what I was saying, the reason why I am glad I didn't do it at the beginning because I kept going through the act. and you eventually get, I don't want to spoil, but you get another ability. And that ability is wow. I'll go back to him now that I got these newer abilities.
Well, no, just read what Lucius Augustus said in the chat.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's about surviving the Paragon. No, it's all good. It's all good. Fair enough. And you guys are on to something. You probably know something that I don't know.
I can assure you, it does not matter what you're doing in DPS.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. It is what it is. But shout out to Hollywood Rules again.
Saw Thunderbolts twice once in IMAX. Liked it a lot.
Oh, okay. Damn, everybody's saying Thunderbolts. Okay.
You know what? That's a good twice already. Okay, what's the most you've seen a movie within a short time span?
Damn.
Like mine's, I went to go see, last time I went to the show to go see a movie consecutively was Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
I think
I saw it the night before on that Thursday. I saw it early that afternoon, the next day of release. And then I went back and saw it that night with a whole bunch of other friends that couldn't go the night before. So I saw it 3 times in less than 24 hours.
Okay. No, I think for me, Matrix 1, I was so hype about it, and I wanted people to see it, and I was like, yo, you ain't seen it yet? Yo, you gotta see this movie. It's crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then I'm like, but you saw it already. I'm like, yo, I don't care. I'll go see it with you. Yeah. That's when you know you love the movie, because you went to see everyone else's response to it. Yeah, Attic. What about you?
I think I've only seen one movie twice in the movie theater.
Which movie was that?
It was, I went out on a date, and then when I was leaving, it was Eclipse. Isn't that one of the Twilight movies, Eclipse?
Can't remember. Eclipse.
Something. It was one of them. I think it was Eclipse. It was the one where at the end Jacob got like his whole left side of his body messed up from someone grabbing him and like hugging the life out of him. And I was leaving, and my friend was watching with his sister, and I was like, "Well, damn!" I was like, "I guess I'll just go back with you." So I had to watch the movie again. Well, at that time, I actually paid attention to the movie, but it was.
I saw Scott Pilgrim 4 times in theaters in a week.
Wow, that's what's up. Wow,
that's the only time that I watched a movie twice in a movie theater. Eclipse.
Yeah, Astro Parakeet. Yeah, Top Gun Maverick was mine. The only reason I didn't see that twice is because I saw it in IMAX with Dolby Cinema. And by the time I wanted to go see it again, because I love that movie. It was like my favorite movie like this decade.
What are you buying?
Saw Spider-Verse 3 times folded hands.
I'm surprised you didn't see Sonic 3 times, Robert Kelly.
3 times.
So you Spider-Verse is ahead of Sonic? What's going on?
Yeah, but the only reason I didn't go see it again, Astro, was for the simple fact that by the time I wanted to, it was out of IMAX and it was going to be a lesser experience. I was like, I'm not watching this in a lesser experience.
That's me with the bougie theater now. Like that's me with the where I got the Smithers button and they serve the food and drinks, and I don't want to do anything less than that.
There was a movie I almost went and watched twice. It was the 3 Spider-Man movie, whatever that one was.
Was Spider-Man 3?
You talking about
the one with all 3 of them?
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
I almost went and watched that twice.
That movie,
so good.
Can you imagine how much better that movie would have been if they didn't spoil
it and you just see that for the first.
Because remember the pictures got leaked of them in the scene together, and everybody was like, "Oh God, all 3 of them."
Yeah.
If that would have never happened, bro, that would have been next level.
Next level epic for that not to get spoiled, because even when you saw that, you're like, all right, but and then you watch it was still amazing.
It
but
still was.
I was shocked.
What's going on, Danny Passion?
I beat the game. Learn from my mistakes. When the Paintress mission is available, go do it. And then you can explore the whole world better with the reward.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
so, I remember what I was surprised because that was such a momentum moment. They didn't just throw that sucker in every trailer. Oh, we have all 3 Spider-Mans in one movie.
Right.
I'm surprised because they were low-key trying to keep it under the wraps because it wasn't any promotion. It was just leaked. Yeah. And what's funny is they got what's his name, Andrew Garfield, and they asked him. He's like, "Look, I ain't been on any set with anyone. I don't know what to say."
They were interviewing. I remember that interview. Then he was like, after the interview, like a week later, he said, "Yeah, it was hard, but I was lying through my teeth."
That's a hard secret to keep because you're sitting on one of the hottest moments in Spider-Man history. Now, salute.
Oh, and I also did watch Until Dawn. What are you
Ooh. I
watched the Mach 10 scene and the 2-minute canyon run scene from Top Gun Maverick during every single cardio session leading into 2023 Strongman World Championships.
Woo!
Peace.
Salute Rook making rain. That's the homie. They going in on the movies today.
Endgame 3-time opening night. Back to back.
My bad. Endgame.
Oh, I did see
Endgame. I did see twice.
I did see that.
And
twice.
I saw Infinity War twice because I was. Let me tell you.
I saw both of them once.
You saw both of them once.
I saw Infinity War one time. Because even though I knew what was going to happen, that was just too painful to go back and watch again.
I'm sadistic. I am sadistic. Shout out to my man, CJ Gibson, formerly of Bungie. I forgot where he's in now. He's at somewhere, but I think he's respawned.
Oh, CJ.
Remember CJ? Remember CJ Gibson? He used to be Fire Team Chat for a little bit.
Yeah,
all right.
I do remember CJ.
Shout out to CJ. And then, I think CJ's at Xbox now. Yeah, CJ Gibson's at Xbox now. So salute. So he'll be. I usually run him on something. Give it. So funniest tweet he had ever. So I go see the movie. A lot of people ain't see it. So remember what happens at the end is so epic that we're not used to in superhero movies. That we like, hey, yo, y'all just ending like that, right? So what's funny is he got a picture of him and his kids one day. They're like, yeah, we're going to see Infinity War, that kind of thing. And everybody got smiles and and then at the end, he had a picture. He's smiling. His kids is in tears, and he like, well, that's that, because what was it? I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Remember that was the classic joint. So it was hilarious, bro.
I saw Avengers 1-4X first week. Never thought would ever see that on screen. Saw Infinity War 3 times first weekend just to hear crowd gasp at the snap.
Facts.
Yeah,
facts.
I would say I missed that at the movie theater that you haven't really seen since the pandemic.
Yeah,
where like the crowd reaction.
Yes.
Like,
oh no,
they.
Who got the loudest part? I mean, first it was when Panther got snapped. The brothers in the theater was like, "Hey yo," because remember Okoye's face. But when Spidey got snapped.
Dog, that was sad, bro. He said, Spark, I
don't feel good.
I don't feel good.
And you hear I remember it's vivid. Like you hear the wind in that quiet whisper way, and everybody's like, yo, what just happened? And Thor was like, yo, what? Bro, iconic.
I will say that I don't think there will be another cinematic moment than when they had that Avengers Assemble.
Oh, you mean on the left?
Nothing even close. Yeah,
on the left is
the only thing that's even remotely close to that feeling for me was the Destiny 2 finale when Zavala was on top of the mountain, like,
which they clearly was inspired by.
But that I don't.
Go ahead.
It was that, and when Cap wielded the hammer.
So my most memorable moments from that movie, so the first one, right after he got the axe, and they were fighting on Wakanda, and then the Bifrost comes down, and then he just shows up with Rocket on his shoulder, puffing the gun, and then he just goes up, breathe, meet Thanos, and the music. Bruce Banner's in that machine, and he was in the Iron Man Hulk smash.
Yes.
And the thing goes up. He's like, "You guys are
screwed now, bro." I go for Thor. If you was a Thor, that was peak Thor.
That was peak Thor.
Peak Thor. That moment.
When I saw that part, I was like, the music picked up. And you saw him come out the Bifrost, and I was like, oh my God, I got goosebumps.
I got goosebumps because you felt the tension of Wakanda falling. They were breaching that joint. It was a rat, and then you like, oh, here comes Thor. It's about to be lit, bro.
Another lit moment.
Hell yeah!
In the Infinity War is when Scarlet Witch showed up and flipped those 2 giant machines, and what's her name looked at her, he's like, why hasn't she been dead?
Why did she tell she could do that?
Right, yeah, she comes down, she said, why she been up there the whole time? Because but then he just throws Stormbringer, and it just does the thing going through everybody, then he catches the axe, and then the music pops up. I'm like, oh my God. And then the next time, I swear, it's too in game.
Okay.
That when they're showing the battlefield, you got Thanos on the one side, you got everybody else on the side, and they're just going down the line, and then they say those words for the first time in Marvel.
In history.
Like, I still get goosebumps.
I'm getting it right now.
This moment, just watching and talking about that scene. Even if my wife is watching it, if I'm at that scene, I have to stop.
Yeah, you have to
watch it, and I'm like. And you just get goosebumps. Yeah. And then then the whole with Tony Stark, and he says, I am inevitable, and then I am Iron Man. Yeah, and I'm like, listen, it was some of the best. And then it was funny because even when you go back, if you haven't watched the DVD, like the expanded scenes and stuff, that scene, they shot it with Tony not saying anything. They shot so basically, Thanos says I'm inevitable, and they just showed Tony Stark with the stones and the gloves, and then he just looking at him, and then he snaps his finger. That was what they did. So they went back and said it didn't feel right, and then Robert Downey Jr. was like, "Man, that's going to be a lot to get back into that character like that."
Yeah, to that mode, yeah.
And they said that he said we can't leave it like we have to say something. And then that's when he came back and he was like, and he just improv'd and it said, and I am Iron Man, which literally takes you back to the very first movie when he says, I'm Iron Man. Classic. And when you see it, it was incredible, bro.
Full circle.
It's like listening to people in the chat, like, man, movies. That's like the sad part of where the state of entertainment is in that type of setting, because there is nothing like going to a movie theater and watching it with like-minded people.
Yes.
And getting those ups and downs.
Those raw reactions, the crowd it's a communal feeling. Yeah.
And we can't forget the best meme in anything. He's like, all that for a drop of blood.
All that for a drop of blood.
All your failure brought you back to me.
Yeah,
yes, lit.
But then the last somebody got a super chat.
What are you? We got Hollywood rules.
The Avengers Circle, the standoff at airport in Civil War, so many huge moments. Tony hugging Spidey. Big one for me, T'Challa seeing Dad in Afterlife.
T'Challa Black Panther 1.
It's
I love that Civil War when they were fighting Spider-Man, and he kept apologizing every time he did.
Ant-Man got off for that one, man. That's peak MCU, man. Peak MCU.
When he meets Doctor Strange for the first time, and he was like, "Oh, Doctor Strange." He said, "Oh, we're using made up names now." Spider-Man.
when Spider-Man stuck to I can't remember what to the ground, and he's like, "Who was that?"
Hilarious, man. Salute.
So good, bro.
It's classic, man. The chat is on it, man. But yeah, that was good on the movie tip and all that. I'm sorry.
But real quick, Until Dawn, since it's a game movie.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. They what I like what the Hollywood is doing these days is this isn't the movie from the game. Like, this isn't like what they did in the game, but it's the same concept. It's like essentially how it is when everyone dies, the hourglass gets flipped up and they have to relive the moment again, and they have to like do something this time to make it out. So I really enjoyed it. They did a lot of Easter eggs from the game.
Nice.
They were like, there's a part where I didn't know this till King said it.
What?
And this might be like mild spoilers, but they were looking at this missing board that had a bunch of missing people on it. Missing people. And I didn't know this, but King told me afterwards, those are the devs that made Until Dawn.
Oh, that's lit.
Okay.
Wow, that's a crazy Easter egg. Wow, that's dope.
So even though that might have been like vaguely spoiling it, but like that, you don't see too many Hollywood people respecting gaming to that degree. Yeah. And then there was like sometimes where there would be like random paperwork laying through the movie, and it would be like people from the game. So I really enjoyed that. I think it definitely deserves a sequel. I think it gauged my interest enough. My brother loved it.
Nice.
I wouldn't watch 2 movies in 1 week.
I'm loving it, man. Shout out to the movie theater there, Addict. Shout out to West Virginia stepping their game up. You already know. And, of course, we got my homie, Gamer Forte, who pulled up, man. How we doing? How we feeling? DPS podcast in the building. What you been playing? What's been going on with you?
Man, been good, man. Got a lot of excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of 33 done.
Yeah. Where you at? Because y'all probably both ahead of me.
No, probably not that. Well, I did because
Act 1, because I'm still in Act 1. I mean, I'm shooting.
still,
I beat Act 1. I feel like I'm in the middle of Act 2. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, that's because I'm about 12 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot because I had to. I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, y'all, because my wife had surgery and I was at home with her. But I did a lot of it in the hospital.
Gotcha.
Like, dog, laptops. Listen, anybody that tells you,
let's go.
Anybody that tells you,
talk to them.
Laptops ain't great.
What?
Listen,
bro?
My laptop was beautiful.
Bro.
I was sitting there, had it on the table, sitting in the waiting room, waiting for them to finish. I was there from 4:00 in the afternoon.
You was playing on Steam? What you playing on Xbox? What you playing on?
I'm playing through the Xbox Game Pass.
Play Game Pass. You doing that? Play anywhere?
Play anywhere.
King will be proud of you right now. King will be very proud of you right now.
Things are transferred from one place to the other. Ain't lost no. Listen,
that data was lit.
Data was lit. Ain't got no issue. And guess what? That's what they need to be telling people. The reason you need to be on Xbox.
That part right there.
Once again, why tell people they don't need an Xbox? Tell them why they should have one and why these other ancillary services are the things that should keep you here.
Bro, it's so funny you said that because when
simple.
When I was hospitalized, remember when I was going through I have my COVID situation or whatever, and I was up in there for a while because I had the new wild strain. I had me for 4 or 5 days. So I told King or whatever, I was like, yo, break my laptop. So once I got healed, I had Starfield done, man. I was I was rocking mad stuff. My data was there. I was lit. Continue.
Yeah, it was wild, bro, because when I remember when it was like 2015 that I broke my femur and I was in the hospital, and that was it happened. I remember February 23rd, bad snowstorm here, person lost their mind, drove down the road sideways. I broke my femur. It was in the hospital until March 15th. And remember, Division came out that year. It was March 7th. And I was like, I couldn't really play Destiny at that time because Destiny, I couldn't have a headset or anything because I was in the hospital and recovery and stuff. So I was like, dang, I can't even play Destiny. Well, I can, but I ain't trying to play by myself. I said, you know what? Let me just download Division. Man, do you know I put over 73 hours in the hospital playing Division, the first one. That's when I found out that the Dark Zone is not for the faint at heart. For people
Dark Zone
by
was
themselves.
real.
It was real.
Dark Zone real.
But listen, anybody that tell you listen, handhelds are great. Ain't nothing like having a 15 or 17-inch monitor in front of you, but an internet connection and the controller plugged up to it. Ain't nothing like it.
Bro, I'm with you.
Still to this day, it still came in handy because I was able to enjoy games the way I wanted to. Go ahead, Addict.
Yeah, it's not that you brought the Dark Zone. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's looking really bad for Marathon. That art game came in. It looks like it's still in its lunch money.
I heard that this art thing is crazy. What is it? It's like hardcore.
I was told by multiple people that stream that they played 1 hour of Marathon and was kind of like, it's okay, and they couldn't stop playing Ark or whatever that game's called.
Yeah, what is it? Ark Striders? It is what it is.
I feel like other than that, that's what I've been mostly doing. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I know Attic, and shout out to him, he's trying to get me a code for Marathon. I ain't even asking for it. He knows I'm just into Bungie games. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even upset that I didn't get in. I'm not. I'm not even. I didn't even try to get. I didn't hit anybody up to try to get a code. I didn't go to my friends that I know got codes and try to get one because it just wasn't like. I was like, okay, if I get one, I get one. That's what I told. Hey, he said I'm gonna try to get you one. I said, if you get me one,
enthusiasm waiting, sir.
No, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That game needs to be delayed. I think if it comes out in the condition that it's in and the mindset that it's in, I think it's not going to make it to the content that's coming after the game.
I just watched people play the game.
Yeah.
That shout out to Persona.
Yeah.
Gaming with Persona. He's huge into Destiny. He loves Bungie just like we do. And I was watching him play it, and it just felt like he was trying to find reasons to say you could see he was having fun with it, but you can tell the difference between having fun and just going through the motions of trying to just figure out the game. And it just felt like it's like when I feel like I have to try to like it is like kind of what I was getting like for, and not just him, just from a bunch of people just watching him play it. And it was just weird. But listen, if I ever, I'm still going to try it day one. But I don't know about that game at this point. Hopefully it gets better and, stuff like that.
It depends if this I don't know if this
Arc Raiders. They say they call it Arc Raiders.
It's Arc Raiders.
Question, chat. Does this game cost any money out the gate? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, at first, I wasn't against the maybe $40.
Slow-mo has spoken.
I am 63 hours in Expedition 33, currently in Act 3. It's my GOTY. Great story, great characters, and great combat should be celebrated whether it's a AAA game or not.
Oh, man.
Slow-mo saying that's big.
Hey, that's the funny thing. And Slow-mo probably didn't say, I don't know if that 63 hours just on Steam, because he had an issue where he had to like play it on console for a while too.
Oh, wow.
And he had
wait, PC Master Race was having issues?
Well, yeah.
Slow-mo is having issues with it. Wait, hold on. We ain't gonna let that pass. Are you implying that Slow-mo, master of the race, that always says everything is so easy, all you gotta do? He had an issue, and then he had to play on console. Is that what we saying, Forte?
It wasn't a technical issue.
Oh wow! So things don't just work seamless over there.
It was another issue that he had that that made it so he was not able to play it on his PC.
Don't let it be a technical. Don't let it be a technical. If it's a technical,
listen,
avoid him.
Slow-mo chat. He definitely said it was a technical issue. He came quick and said that.
Sound like Troubleshoot Gaming over there.
No,
tweaking and twerking. You was tweaking and twerking. The drivers. What was happening? You conveniently had a contractor in your base. Was he contracted to work to fix the PC?
Right. So I don't know how many hours he had on consoles. Is that what your hours are tied into console gameplay, or is that just PC? Because I know he had at least a good 10 hours on console. He liked the game so much when we talked about it on DPS, he restarted the game on PC.
Wow.
On console.
Oh, he loved that. Yo, somebody said he called in the pros. Was that the Geek Squad contract? What contractor was that? I need clarity, sir. Contractor. You gonna I gotta get him. You set me up. You said you can't leave that out there like that, man.
Yeah, he was like, listen, you fuck. No, man, but that's roughly it right now, man. Just looking forward to the content, and listen, perfect example.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get into the price hikes. We're gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, we gonna get
so the fact that you can't even find Series X's and S's right now, brand new anywhere.
What's the GameStop live for the street? What's the word out there in the street?
You know how much our used ones are?
How much are used, y'all?
Take a guess.
Before
it
was 450.
Well, they were 500. They were 500. They're the Series X right now. Series X is new or $599 if you could find one brand new.
If you could find one, but you talk about a used GameStop Series X.
Yeah, how much do you think you can get a used GameStop Series X for?
450.
400.
BS.
What?
$579.
Oh, used.
$579.
$579.
You know why? Because you can't find new ones anywhere. Nowhere. So that kind of makes me feel like
used.
Bro, I sold one the other day.
Somebody bought one?
Yeah, somebody, because you can't find a new one.
This is
wow. So
what's that trick then?
What's the Series S going for used?
It was like 400 for it depends on which one you get. It depends
little
which
man
one.
back to back out here charging.
It's like $379.
How come nobody said Expedition 33 is fire?
Oh, everybody said that, sir.
Everybody said
that, sir. Suicide case. You turn the internet on. Turn some socials on.
Listen, man, you gotta. Ever since the Nintendo Switch launch, the Switch 2 launch, everybody's been talking about that. If it ain't been Switch 2, it's been Expedition 33.
Well, don't wait. Watch your mouth. Will be no GameStop slander today. All right. We just got my man in here.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, GameStop. No. Yeah, you can't be slandering the GameStop, bro.
You was online. You was a midnight dude like us. So stop it.
Listen, people be willing to
spend from the streets.
Money. If people willing to spend that money, I ain't mad at them.
Exactly. He what it is. He Hollywood now. He get expensive cameras and he forget where he came from. See, he don't remember. He was on that line just like us out there with them consoles, just like us.
More money. That stuff costs more money. It costs more money.
That's crazy.
Than what he talking about right now. So he probably one of those people that's got PS5 Pro, don't he?
Yeah. No, actually, I got to give him credit. He stood on business.
He stood on business?
He stood on business. I tried to press him. I was like, you gonna get that? You get everything. You gonna get that PS4? Nah, son, I don't see the value. I thought he was BSing. I thought he was gonna fold. Nah, he stood on business. I got to give my man that because I almost fell. I was like, okay, but then
I wasn't falling.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No doubt. Shout out to Lucius, got this member for 44 months. The end of Act 1 had me crying in the club. I won't ruin the end of Act 1, but Lords, this game is something that, Act 1 after me. Let me just get into my intro if you don't mind.
Yeah, get into your stuff, bro.
So shout out to me, you know what I'm saying, the gaming ninja, you know what I'm saying, the Shinobi himself. I'll tell you what you want to hear, what you need to hear. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Finding Duke, did our thing with Maddie, talking about what's going on and some stuff that we will address here. Sorry I missed the second taping because the news broke after we recorded. And Matt was like, yo, you could do a pickup, but I had to go to the BX to see the fam. So shout out to Brad for holding us down on that. You get my thoughts today on the pricing and stuff, the price increases and then everything else. Real quick, want to shout out Advanced GG, y'all. I got that sour, y'all. I got that sour, boy.
Yeah, I've been using this one.
What you got? What powder you pushing? What you got? Hold on. Let me put that. Keep it there for a sec. What's that? What you working? What's the name of that? What's that blue? You got that blue top? You got that
Rocket Pop.
You got that Rocket Pop, son? Pandemic during the pandemic. Ooh, that boy got that Rocket Pop. Feeling good.
It's the only way I'm gonna be able to play Doom and stream Expedition 33 and go to the gym.
Yes, sir. Yo, they said the drug dealing segment. Yo, don't do that, Lydia, man. Listen, we got that powder.
Nope, and my bag runs deep all diddy lol.
Pause. Yo, I got that white. You got white. Your back is stupid. He hustling. He said, white gummy bear car? Yeah, I got that white gummy bear. But right now, we on that sour, so we do that sour. Make sure you go to advancedgg.com. You know what I'm saying? Code Iron Lord. You know what I'm saying? To get that 10% off. We moving the work out here. And let me tell you, listen, shout out to my man. Look at this. Let me explain to y'all why y'all got to rock with us pushing the P. See my man, look at this, Cactus HD. Remember Cactus? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you want to see an Iron Lord joint like this? Wouldn't y'all want to see the Lords moving weight like this? Come on now. If we sell about 10 of these joints, man, we can get that thing popping. Yes, slow. We pushing. We moving the weight out here. Listen, all jokes aside, he said out of context. Listen, man, it's that all natural. Listen, all natural. You know what I'm saying? Green tea from Green Tea. So, if for those who don't want to do the coffee, because for me, coffee got that laxative effect. I can't do that. And when I'm doing, 4 or 5 hour streams, you know what I'm saying? Your boy need to be right. You see the energy is right. So, yeah, make sure you go to advancedgg.com. Use code Iron Lord on the checkout. So I had to get it. He said the Supreme team is out here. Yeah, so Prince is home. I'm back. I'm back, baby. We pushing the P. It is what it is. Let me know when you get the next brick. What's up?
Here's the thing. We push these things. Yes, we do get a cutback from the sales. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do get rewarded with getting our own shaker and stuff.
Yeah,
but
man.
We're also promoting you something that's actually healthy.
Exactly.
You want to make it to GTA 7. You might want to You might want to start eating a little healthier now. Trust me, I know.
Listen, man.
I'm trying.
All right, which one is good for a pre-workout? All right, you definitely want energy. Do the energy line. Love that line because no beta alanine in it, and you got you don't get the tingle joint. But I use the energy for the workout. Focus is like, yo, we doing the stream today. We're gonna be playing 10, 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's your joint. And then hydration. If you don't want any caffeine stuff, and you just want your electrolytes, you get the hydration line. And if you don't want any of that, say you like, yo, Cock, I ain't pushing P with you. I don't want no P. All right, cool. Go the Advanced Boost. Get the Advanced Boost line. You got your turmeric. You got your gummy vitamins. We got the gummies, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. So go check that out, man. Go, like I said, if you do that, the more you support us, the more we can do more fun things. We got playing with Advanced GG. We're super excited.
That sounds like I'm bringing up the little dash thing.
What are you, boy?
Yeah, it's not letting you share?
Hog, I want y'all to put the word out. We back up.
We back up on the street. Pandemic, man. We got all that. You see my man Addy got the blue top. I got the purple tops. You know what I'm saying? We got all that, man. So come check us out.
Sounds like a marketing campaign here. Let's go.
Come check us out. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, we get enough of those. You know what I'm saying? We get that ILP. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
You got the Cactus HD.
You see, remember Cactus? You know what I'm saying? Like, we could get our own flavor too. There's a lot of things we got popping.
I got the Glad one.
Oh, you got the Glad joint? Ooh. Shout out to you. Know what I'm saying? Y'all want that ILP flavor? Y'all want that ILP shaker?
I got the Glad one and the Mr. Fruit one. Mr. Fruit had the he had the
yes.
What was it? The lemonade one.
Sell some Viagra, WHY, don't
Listen,
you lol.
That's Cam's lane. We ain't got the pink horse powder over here. All right, but we no pink horsepower. You know what I'm saying? We don't. Our stuff don't have those kind of effects on you. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to get up early in the morning, trying to do what you got to do, it is what he said. What do we need to get some? All right. So what you got to do, Stitch? If you want to get some work, you know what I'm saying? Let me give you the link. Let me put the link because y'all ain't here moving, man.
It's pinned.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Van GG, you know what I'm saying? Get that 10% off. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do to get that work. Push your P out here. You know what I'm saying? We moving. We're legal movements over here. He said that's got to be banned in Europe. Nope. We got Europe. Yeah, Vontae's got the shaker. You already know. We go. Hey, if y'all support, like I said, we can get some fine things going. Enough about that.
And the thing too is, you know, you get some stuff that actually isn't gonna make you feel like complete shit.
Language. Yeah, Mexicans over. Yeah, if you you gonna get you can get a glizzy flavored powder for King if you. God pushing them blue chews. Nah, yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, They said we sell enough, we can have our own flavor. Maybe we make it that glizzy ILP
back
flavor.
up, baby. We back up.
You'll sell more, trust me, I see your chat.
Salute, one away. You know what I'm saying? We got that blue magic, Mr. Miyagi. We got that, man. So listen, it is what it is. Anyway, enough about that, about the Pusha P. Yeah, playing mad games, y'all. Playing mad games. Like I said, final days of marathon. Attic, me and you got to get in because we have not. I've played it solo a few times, but the closed alpha got extended. I went to Bungie, it got extended to tomorrow, Tuesday. So me and Attic will get that on. We got to get that rocking for you. Expedition 33. I believe I'm halfway through Act 2. I've been taking my time, but what I realize is that with exploration, a lot of this stuff you just got to advance the story.
It's a very good exploration.
Yeah.
Very good exploration.
Very good.
It's making me do stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's big. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not the exploration type of person, you know.
Yeah.
Unless like Borderlands does a great job. They like literally show you at the bottom, we're gonna give you this.
Yeah.
Like you have to like the way you catch me with like side activities is like you make it like a mystery. Oh, we got this legendary weapon somewhere. Oh, we need, and I'm like, oh, legendary, okay.
Yeah.
And, but if they're like, oh, we have this village on fire, yeah, they can figure that out.
Yeah, shout out to, I mean, so much going on. Without spoiling, Act 1 hit different at the end of it. I was just like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
I've been told Act 2 hits just as hard.
Yeah,
like I saw Cowboy post on Twitter, and he said the end of Act 2, and he said cinema.
Yeah, Act 1, I was just like, okay, you know, whatever. I do have little nitpicks though. I obviously we talked about the map before, but this is actually specific to Xbox. Shout out to my man Jimmy V, who was telling me what's going on. Like, I have this issue, you know, when you go into the mansions or like any dark, like on Xbox, bro. I don't know if it's definitely only with this game because it's not my OLED settings are configured. My HDR settings are configured. I got the calibration tool, but for some reason in this game, bro, it is dark as hell. I can't see anything in the caves. I had to go into the settings and turn the contrast up. So it's definitely some type of HDR error or something going on slow-mo, fix your face. Or he tried to get me back now. They need to patch this.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, I gotta call it. Like I said, I can't lie. I would be.
Hey, slow-mo. This is what accountability is.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. On my preferred platform, I actually call out when things are wrong and they need issues that need to be fixing, unlike other people. But I'm just joking. But all jokes aside, like, yeah, something about the dark corners of the mansions or when you go into dark caves, even when they, like, bro, remember there's a boss, without spoiling, where you fight where there's lanterns involved, if you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I could not see anything but the lanterns in that fight. I was winging it.
I think that was the point.
But prior to the whole thing, it's still pitch all the way through. Even every single thing. I'm talking about pitch where I
didn't have that issue.
My character. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't have that issue.
Yeah, there's an issue on Series X on HDR OLED. It's an OLED situation with HDR or Dolby Vision. It might be, but none of my other
monitor played it just
fine. No other game has this issue but Expedition 33. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's clearly an issue that needs to be patched from Sandford. He said, I think a problem on OLED. Thank you, Lucius Against. That's all I'm saying. Most people are not going to experience this. Only if you're on OLED and you have either HDR, whatever they're using, if it's Dolby, whatever, it's very specific. The darks are too dark. So I had to go into the settings, up the contrast, and then. And the other little nitpick I will say, I'm not a fan of the relationship stuff right now. And usually I'm talking about like the you know how like Persona and all them games, Metaphor. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I'm like, it feels a little.
Apparently,
forced.
you can romance.
Yeah, apparently I heard you can, but I just feel like
I don't really care. I don't romance anything in any game. Like
I feel that. I'm trying to get my Lord Horny is in the building, so we try to do it up. We try to see all the things.
The only person I've ever wanted to romance is that Tila chick from Mass Effect. I don't know why, but I was all about her. But that's about it.
Shout out to Lucy. She said,
"What did you just call her?
Whatever her name was." I actually know the redhead.
You mean Tyler?
Tyler, the redhead chick from Persona 5. I went through some crazy stuff to romance her. You had to do crazy stuff to romance her too.
Tank the tank. I don't hear nothing.
Just bought the Xbox Series X while having a PlayStation just because of Game Pass, and I don't regret it. Makes my job easier, especially with my situation when I can't be buying games every month.
Bro, you just bought the new $500? Wow, you's a baller, Tank the Tank. He bought it now. He was like, tariff me there.
What kind of crazy you gotta be wait till it goes up?
Nah, he waited till it went up. Cake the tank, balling. I feel you on the reason why you did it because of Game Pass for sure. But I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised you did it now. But anyway, so that's pretty much that. It sounds like TCL issues. Listen, don't come for my OLED, man. Don't come for my OLED, man. But
yeah, you still got the C2.
Yeah, I got the what is it, the C10
my
or whatever.
My TCL never had those issues when I had one.
C1.
Yeah, C1.
Then again, it didn't have HDR either, so it wouldn't have been an issue.
It is what it is. You said Slovo disrespectful. That man said I got that Dollar General HDR. Yo, you seized him. No, that man ain't come for my HDR. That's wild. That's wild crazy. Anyway, shout out to Hollywood Rules. I want to also shout out to
Tali romance in Mass Effect top tier best ending.
Tali was one of everyone's earliest romance. If you wasn't romancing Tali, you was romancing the space racists. I have issues with you.
Yeah, real quick that
what's up?
All right, so I have been doing some research. Okay, so
Tank to Tank.
We are going.
What's up?
People have been hitting me up. Apparently, people want to see ILP do a Jeopardy gaming thing.
That'd be lit.
So here's the thing. All right, I think we are going to wait for Saul to come back.
Yes.
Because Saul looks like he might be back in like a month or two.
Takara, I don't got no TCL. Don't do that. I got the LG. Stop
what we're going to do is I'll set a goal, and if Forte's willing, he will be the host of it because obviously we can't ask questions. Like
I'm already in.
Yeah, so I can't.
I can't wait to see this.
I don't like how quick you were.
I'm already.
Yeah, he's too quick. He's too quick. I like that.
So
I like that.
If this is what I think it's gonna be, I'm already in.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do?
Devious stuff there. I got some. We gonna trick some people up here.
So what we're gonna do is the Lords will come up with the topics, and the Realm will come up with the questions.
That'll be hard.
So,
that's what's up.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and I'm gonna let Forte do one of each.
Yeah.
He can have a question of each. He can answer any of those,
and
it could be any of them. You could do the $1,000 ones, Forte, or the double Jeopardies. I don't care.
That's so
we'll do that.
Yeah. So shout out to Expedition for playing that, and then obviously Towerborne, which we will discuss this first time. Hold on. Shout out to the good. Look at this, yo. Look what Stoic. You see what Stoic blessed us with, bro? Yo, Forte. Check this out when you get it. Yo, look at Towerborne with the people from Store, those people that make Banner Saga.
That thing is gigantic.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Got the little. I think the focus on me for a second. This joint is ill, bro. Like, it's bad because I'm supposed to be health as well. And they out here not only with the
and sent this man a whole treasure chest.
Treasure chest, bro. They got the treats. Shout out to Towerborne, man, doing the thing. That's crazy. Your boy got the treat. Yo, the popcorn crazy. I don't know if I'm going to send you that one, Addy. I don't know. You might not get the popcorn back on that one. I'm just saying, this is good loot, man. This is good loot, bro. But shout out to Stoic. Shout out, it's super sick that they supported the realm, and then just in general, the fact that they've been taking all the feedback from early alphas and stuff like that. We'll get into the game and stuff like that. And the last thing we'll say is that shout out to Bethesda, id, and Xbox. We are currently playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Expect content from us shortly, in terms of embargo stuff like that. We can't wait to give you some really special stuff popping from that. But we got a special guest that pulled through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man K Asante, Gaming Circle in the building. Let's get a mic check, sir.
212. How we sounding?
A little low. We want to feel you. Want to feel that energy, man. We want to hear that energy.
All right. Well, let me turn up the gain just a little bit.
Yeah, turn that gain.
1 2 1 2.
Woo!
All right. Let's do that mic check. So the kids were really enjoying the hot dog emoji. I was blaring through the house. Oh boy, yes. My 6 and 8 year old. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Oh man, the glizzies. The fact that they actually say the emojis is hilarious with text to speech. Mm-hmm. Well, how you been, bro? I'll talk to you in a minute.
I am good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here as usual. Every time I'm called to the big stage, I feel quite honored. Because you guys were talking about it, then I have to bring myself to the congregation and beg for forgiveness. A certain individual did well. Okay, so it happened at a time.
Hold on, 1 second.
I thought he died in Reach Law.
He thought he died in Reach. They being slanderous.
You're not going.
He can't go able to hear the super chats. Yeah, but continue. Okay. No, you good. Continue.
So through some odd circumstances, for those who know, a movie pass was ending, right? And Movie Pass was this thing that we all knew was impossible to last. You pay your $10 in infinite movies, like infinite. You can watch it as many times as you want, no limit. Just pay your $10 a month. Let's just say some people watched Black Panther at least double-digit times.
Ooh, Panther was serious. Panther was serious.
Well, because somebody said, hey, they're paying every time you watch a movie, but you're not paying for it. So if you want to run the numbers up, so fam went, kids went, everybody was going.
You got the whole clan in there. I like that.
It was a little rough. It was a little rough. By the time it was done, it was like, I think we are the reasons why this service might not last.
You exploited some of the advantages of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Right, that's right. Salute. What you been playing, sir?
Oh man, sir. So I cannot get it out of my head. I'm wherever I am playing it. Whether I'm playing it or I'm just like about my business, I'm listening to it. It's that music from entry to everything else, and everyone in this chat knows what I'm talking about when I say Expedition 33.
Yeah, bro.
Holy something.
Bro, the joint.
You are Mr. Health as well.
Okay, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
You are Mr. Health as well. I'm on a new initiative.
Okay.
My wifey helped me out. We was like, we're gonna do it. We built and installed a big power rack in the garage.
We helped his wife.
So in the morning we out there, we working. My wife opens the door. She's like, "What kind of odd operatic stuff are you working out to?" I'm like, "I can't help it.
Woo!
It's stuck in my head."
Which track? You got that Lumiere? You got that Lumiere popping?
Lumiere, exactly.
Yo, tell me the joint is not crazy. She's spitting the name of the game in the song. Clear, obscure. I'm like,
it's so good.
Crazy.
So she's like, how can you maintain the rhythm with that? I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be slow. So this is working with that. You're supposed to go slow, right? It's good. I love that game. It's
so good.
What I enjoy is when they start like because I just fought like a pretty big boss in Act 2, and they started the music with the cutscene, and they use that same music in the battle.
In the battle, I fought a boss where they slowed it down and had like some small piano cues of it, like the slowest version of it. I was like, this game's crazy, man. Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it was SoundCloud, but someone in my chat said they found the composer on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, shout out to my man.
No. What? They found him.
Oh, yeah. That's how they found to get their music. Yeah, correct. This is the illest find ever. This, yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to Alicia.
It was like either it was one of those services. I don't know. If
shout out to them.
SoundCloud, but
So
they probably found one of the best composers I've seen in a game in a long time.
Yeah, crazy. Shout out. I believe the gentleman's name was it Lorian. That's what an L.
Whatever his name is, he needs a raise.
Yeah, bro. Listen, we got to be real, and y'all know South of Midnight getting the nomination. It's a fact. But I thought it would be a runaway. We have a new challenger that has entered.
Nah, I think there's almost zero chance that game doesn't win.
I mean, listen, the only thing I will say, though, South of Midnight has multiple original songs per boss that are so distinct and different, whereas this is, don't get me wrong, if you want to say this is it, I'm not going to fight you, right? This is amazing. This is orchestral. This is beauty. It's all I would say in defense of South of Midnight. South of Midnight has multiple genres. They got the folk, the bluegrass, they got the rock. They got so many different types of original music. So it's just depending on taste. Like if you want that, but if you want something that's one theme that is the greatest of its thing, then you can make the argument for obscure Expedition 33.
I would also add to what you're describing, right? And this is specifically about
I will say this.
and award shows.
Yeah, to interrupt you one quick. Where this is a W for both South of Midnight and Expedition 33, France stand up. Because both of these dudes is French. Like Olivier Derrier and what's his name, Lorien, they are the GOATs right now. So France got music, gaming music on lock. Continue for Asante. Sorry.
So all I was saying is that the thing that might put South of Midnight above everything is because South of Midnight came, it had its moment. It's a beautiful moment. I loved it. I'm continues to think about it.
Yeah.
And I had put it down, and then I picked it right back up after I watched Sinners.
Oh, right with Sinners?
It's like continuing that mental energy in my head. I had put it down. I was moving on.
Yes.
But now Sinners had made me pick South of Midnight back up again. And if you watch Sinners, boy, you gonna continue playing South of Midnight.
Bro, when they mention
that
hate,
might keep it in the zeitgeist for a while. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. But again, first of all, if both of them are not nominated, your award show is invalid. Let's just put that out there.
No doubt.
Like if Expedition Music ain't nominated, and South of Midnight Music, all right, Donna Taco, what he got?
The only thing keeping from the greatness that is Expedition 33 is that I have other games to review for LogNet that I have to focus on loudly crying.
Appreciate you, Don. Again, congratulations on Scribe of the Month.
I think
we will do proper awards in a week or two because we got some stuff planned. I was supposed to get you guys. This is on me. We will celebrate you guys in a different way. But yeah, continue, Attic. I'm sorry.
I think what's gonna hurt it from getting it is I think more the industry is going to play Expedition.
Oh, for sure.
And I think
that's fair.
I think because the amount of people that's talking positive about Expedition,
it's in the zeitgeist.
I haven't really seen too many games get this type of publicity in a long time. Like it's getting like the publicity like Elden Ring got, like to the degree Elden Ring got.
And that's fair.
And usually when it comes to these particular type of games, they usually side with who's played what the most.
Are you implying that certain people don't play certain platforms the most? And thus their opinion might be because they didn't play all the games.
He said what he said.
All I said is more people played Expedition.
Are you implying that a certain platform was not utilized by the masses? Thus their opinion may be skewed? Is that what we're saying?
No, all I was saying is there's more people that probably played Expedition. I don't know how we turned this into a platform.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you go get those people. You go get those people out there that were reviewing games like
Expedition's on every platform.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I want to be clear.
Stop console wars.
I'm just asking the questions.
Stop console wars.
Just asking the questions, sir. Moving on, but that's it for us. I'm sorry. Okay, Asante, if you finished your point.
Oh no, absolutely no. I'm done. I'm enjoying the fact that King isn't here, but he seems to be here everywhere.
He's here in spirit. We're keeping him alive.
He's here.
Keeping his spirit alive. So look, we got to get into these topics. No Patreon question, but we got a show today. So we're gonna start it off with actually Towerborne first. Shout out to Addict, and shout out to Stoic. bringing out this game, cooperative side scroller, looter brawler, beautiful art style. Was in Game Pass this week. Developer by Stoic, again, the creators of Banner Saga. If you guys ever played Banner Saga, beautiful art style, that kind of a deal. Now this is a little different. This is a co-op looter brawler. You assume the role of Ace, this legendary warrior brought back, from Spirit Run to protect humanity. Gameplay essentials to the Belfry, kind of like the Destiny Tower in a way. Forte, which is kind of funny. It has a lot of Destiny influences in it. You can see it from but again, it's not a looter shooter. It's actually a brawler. You got 4 distinct classes: Sentinel, Rock Breaker, Pyro class, and Addict's favorite, I believe, is the Shadow Striker. Addict usually rock the Shadow Striker. It's the ninja class, offer unique weapons and abilities. Combat is adaptive, strategic, and you got basic foes with different attacks, as well as nightmare bosses, things of that nature. Emphasize cooperative play, 4-player online, Xbox, PC, Steam, and local couch co-op for the Xbox versions, up to 4 players. I haven't seen that in a minute. And we got all types of different missions: discovery missions, ventures, which are kind of longer narrative adventures. You got license trials, unlock higher difficulties. You got the dangers, you got the Umbra missions, anomaly missions, and stuff like that. So, Attic, I'll let you set it off, man. We played this game for a bit, and we got some more playing. But what's your thoughts on Towerborne? You get a chance to play a little bit this week. I know you play mad games. There's so many games coming up, but I was curious about your involvement with Towerborne.
Towerborne's one of those games I feel is going to come out. Well, it's already out, but when it came out, it kind of underwhelmed a lot of people because it's in the preview. They got a lot of systems that they're working on. But I think when this game's going to start really flying is they are clearly listening to the community. They're listening to the people playing the game. I saw they got people like the Cathalian in on it.
Yeah,
and I know he's not. He's been streaming for a long time, so there's a lot of games that would compete, and the fact that he's going so hard for it shows that they are taking that feedback and they are applying it across the whole game. I enjoyed playing it when I played. I think I need to get back into it. It's just the problem is like I feel like every time I turn around, there's another game coming out. There's an interview we got to do. We got to travel somewhere, and I just have not had time to really sit and sink my teeth into it. I think I streamed it twice, but that was on PC. Right now, the game isn't even anything like what I played on PC either.
Yeah, big update. What is it? The class. They actually took the feedback that we had, and there's now a huge. It's called the Class Mastery update, and they've made a ton of changes to the game. Several people were feedback and asking about. So definitely got to jump back in off this recent one because there's so much now they have done. It's almost a different game in the way they handle stuff.
Yeah, so I think this game is going to do well in the long run. As long, especially it's in Game Pass, so it's going to consistently keep people in and out of it. They just got to be quick on the feedback. Like you can't make people wait 6 months for updates. You gotta have a decent turnaround. Because I've noticed that these games as a service usually what changes the successful ones to the non-successful ones is how quick they're able to take that feedback. Yeah. And they've done it relatively quick. So we'll have to see exactly what they do going forward. I do think it's a game that you guys should definitely be on the lookout if you have Game Pass. Definitely pick it up. I think they got a Founders Pack too.
Yes.
So it's like I said, I'm generally very strict on if you should invest in this stuff, but I'm a little bit more lax with it when it comes to smaller titles. Because to me, I feel like too much of the money goes to AAA, and we keep getting the same rinse and repeat with AAA. So it's just like you should probably take more of that money that you would invest into something and get something on the smaller end scale that looks and appeals to you, because that money's actually going to help that studio make a better game the next time. And all you're really doing when you go to AAA product is just give more money to the investors. That's pretty much my opinion on it.
No doubt. Now, I don't know if Forte or Kate Asante got a chance to play any Towerborne. So I wanted to
not
defer
at
to someone.
all yet.
Okay. So let's start with you, Forte. I'm sorry. Let's Kate Asante. Did you get a chance to play?
I did, actually.
Oh, okay. So let's start with you, because I just want to talk to anyone who got a chance to play first. And then what's your thoughts on Towerborne and this new update and how much you've played?
So first off, I got a chance to play a little bit during the beta phase and alpha phases and whatnot.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, Microsoft allowed me to play and got a chance to talk to the devs at Gamescom last year. So I got a chance to speak to a couple of them. We did what is called like an influencer roundtable. A bunch of different influencers. We all have a different class, and we're playing and we're talking to them about various things. So it was really cool. Got very much Castle Crashers evolved Castle Crashers energy, you know, with exactly as you're saying, with elements of good, the best elements of the live service games a la Destiny, right? I did definitely got that energy.
Yes.
I was one that was asking like, hey, you know, if it's a strong story and a single player narrative, is there a way we can pause it at some point? You know, dad life. We always trying to advocate. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But they were able to explain how and why that changing world facilitated the world continuing to exist while you logged out and logged in with your crew and stuff. Like, it looks really cool. I was one that loved Banner Saga. I thought that game was
bro,
vibes.
I'm a Banner Saga
It's just,
dude.
you know,
Turn-based
vibes,
so
beautiful,
good.
and you can tell that art team just put their foot down whenever possible. It's so good, right?
Beautiful
so
art style.
I was excited for this. My only problem is
Talk to me.
to Lord Addict's point. Every time you sneeze, you gotta put it in the backlog, bro. It's becoming an issue.
So many games, bro.
It is, and yes, I said this on my show, and people just came at me with the virtual tomatoes. I get it. It's a first world problem. We've been asking for them to catch we've been asking for the dog to catch the fire hydrant or the ambulance all this time. They do now, and we're like, what the hell now? What are we going to do with this? There's too many games.
It's April especially is crazy, yeah.
Oh, man. You know, Oblivion is amazing. Then Expedition 33 is amazing.
Facts.
I was trying to play some Atomfall. I had to go in the backlog. I didn't finish Indiana Jones. Like,
that's crazy.
It's just wild, bro. It's too much, you know. So I think it's awesome. And 33 Immortals. Which
it's another one.
And that's also so good.
So good.
It's a problem. Like like Attic, I agree that everybody should at least like try this with a buddy, try this with a crew. I call these games like Discord games. I find myself within the GCP community. We find ourselves in Discord a lot. You know, during work days, just chatting. This is the kind of thing that you want to throw on in the background. You know, grow the team. Do that while you're in the Discord having a good time. I think this game will have a good tail, but people have to remember it exists. You know, Microsoft needs to let the foot off the gas a little bit and let people remember that, hey, we still got some stuff here. Let's go try some of that. Because, man, remember Doom the Dark Ages. Remember that?
Yeah, that's coming too. Yeah.
That is this problem is exactly the reason I didn't request to play Doom the Dark Ages. I'm like, I can't keep packing the backlog. I want to finish something. You know, so one man band, it's tough. So you know, yeah. I think Expedition 33 is awesome. I think everything they released so far is awesome. But true indeed, like, you know, Towerborne needs to be played. It's awesome. It's so much fun. You know, to your point, the couch co-op aspect, I'm going to play with my kids. I'm looking forward to it. It's just, you know, the casuals is eating. Those of us who are in the hardcore, we're just suffering right now. We're drowning in food.
Bro, what is that? What do you use? Too much food? Well, is it?
Yes. Well, we got the John Candy problem. The stomach is getting bigger, you know.
Gluttony is the term I'm looking for. Y'all feeling
right
very
now.
gluttonous. For fact. Shout out to my man Soil Tech, member for 5 months, Lord Bronze. Please remember, hit the like button. Yes. Also check out lordsofgaming.net. Shout out to Soil Tech. I'm going to see you in LA, brother. Looking forward to pulling up on you. Shout out to Omar Mood in the building. Beta Boys, raise your hands. Yes, sir, Beta Boy gang. You already know what it is. We outside, man. There's a lot going on with the Beta gang. So, Forte, man, I get a chance to talk to you about Towerborne. Any interest at all in the game? What are your thoughts on it? What are your feelings?
No, I'm definitely okay. I'm not muted. All right, I'm definitely interested in it. Been watching you guys talk about it for a while now. Got a chance to see on the back end some people play it. Haven't got a chance to play it myself, but like Kay just said, man, it's just right now it's like with so much stuff, it's just hard to like. And this is the unfortunate thing. It's like you look at a game right now and say, I want to play that, but then you're in the midst of something like Expedition 33, or you're or you're working on some other games that you want to kind of get finished before you jump into the next game, and then you start looking at what's coming on the horizon. You're just a month away from the Switch 2 launching, and you're going to be that's a whole nother platform that you're going to be jumping into. Not even really to play new games outside of probably Mario Kart, but go back into your old log of the things that they upgraded just to see how that stuff is. So then that stuff becomes relative again. Go
really
ahead.
quick, because you made a good point. I'm also like I feel like Towerborne would be perfect on the Switch.
No,
in a way. Yeah.
I forget the name of the game that was on the Switch. It was like a launch game that came out on the Switch that I loved, and it's in that same vein. I forget what the name of that game was called.
It was a launch game on Switch.
Yeah, it was a Switch
it was like
game.
a beat up joint.
Yeah.
I remember a joint called Wolverblade that I loved on that. That joint was
What's
crazy.
the name of that game that was for Switch? I'll find it. But yeah, it reminds me, and I put like well over 200 hours into that game, just going back and forth, playing it. But it's just one, and like, yeah, it's perfect example. That game would just be perfect on the Switch because it's just a game you can like pick up and put down and just play whenever you want to progress through it. So I think that's just the biggest thing for me is it really comes back to time investment, because it's not even really about the price of games anymore. It's about how much time you actually are willing and can put into things. Fair. So it's definitely a game that's on the radar. It just really comes down to like, man, when I used to just say, okay, $24 to get into the preview, that's not bad at all. But then you start thinking like, well, am I actually going to play it before it actually releases at full price? So you just kind of just wait and see. But it's definitely a game that's on the radar. It just really comes down to just finding the time to actually get into it and do it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, keep on quick as far as getting shout out to Stoic and Kay, you said it best. I was a huge Banner Saga fan, and I was trying to realize, I knew it was turn-based. Why did I like Banner Saga so much? And you nailed it. The art style is so distinct. It's so vibrant. And that's the thing about Towerborne. When you play this side-scroller, you see the animations, you see how vibrant this world is, and then you got the side-scrolling up and down, stuff like that. And the thing I think you would have really appreciated, Forte, is that, like, you could tell, like when we were speaking, when you were doing Gamescom on I was doing Gamescom LA, and I was speaking to the devs, and you could tell there is some Destiny influence here. You know what I'm saying? As far as loots are concerned, and the thing that really takes it to the next level is, first of all, like I said, we talk about the art style, but we talk about like it's like Streets of Rage, Castle Crashers, and Destiny had a baby, and it's got elements
with the Banner Saga,
Banner Saga paint.
It's just like this beautiful.
Oh,
yes,
it's so beautiful, bro. And the thing about it, what I like is, let's be honest, I'm a brawler guy. I come from Streets of Rage, all that, but let's be real. Absolutely. Like what ends up happening, you get your combo, but it's simplistic, right? The thing about this is you got the combos, you got the juggles, but then you add a piece of gear, it adds different properties. Now you're getting into the build crafting thing that I like, that me and Forte would appreciate from like a game like a Destiny and stuff like that. Then you get the loot, you get the cosmetics. And you're like, okay, this is super cool. Now you throw 4-player, you know what I'm saying? Co-op in it. Then it gets crazy fun. And these bosses is real. There's a lot of challenge to it. So that's the part I like. And shout out to them for the couch co-op. That is a lost art. I gotta give I want to give Switch Gang some love, because Switch is one of the few platforms that still embrace local, you know what I'm saying, couch co-op. So it's so refreshing to see an Xbox title actually have that and be like, you know what? Because we from the era where it's like, now it's like, it's almost the norm to be like, yo, we can't play together unless you got your own, and we could be right next to each other, but we can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? So you go home, I go home, and then we play together. Like I'm not from that era, so to see couch come back is super. Yeah, shout out Dip Down. Towerborne is 4-player online as well, man. Captain Chat, does it go on the Switch? I think it would be a good candidate. You know, eventually. You know, obviously you had the Steam test and everything else, and now it's coming to Xbox. And you know, I think it would be great for more players. And obviously, cross-play, cross-progression, all that good stuff. Give it a shot. Look, I know it's a lot on the backlog right now, y'all. All I'm saying is fire, and I will say. Yeah. What you gonna say, Forte?
No, I said you ain't lying.
It's a lot on the backlog. I get it.
So what genre does it actually fall in? Turn based? What kind of?
It's not turn based. This is looter, brawler, have some fun, but I will say the classes are so distinct. I personally take, or you got your normal sword and shield guy, Sentinel. He could parry, he could do dope stuff with the combos. Then you got, they got to do. Remember Arms, the game Arms from Switch, where they got to do with the two.
That's my class.
With the two blank beaters. So I'm just gonna call them. You know what I'm saying? And he about the action, and they crazy, right? So you got him. Now, the class that everybody gonna like is the one Addict take. The class Addict take is Shadow Striker. That class is like, it's very style. It's like your Hunter class with a Ninja 5, stylish combos, in and out, quick, in and out. Not the high DPS, but like super stylish and fly. Like, that's the flyest class. The class I can't believe I fell the most in love with is called Pyro class. So picture like a big staff, like one of these huge staffs with a big, like this fire thing on the end of it. And his thing is about burning enemies and getting a lot of DPS. And he got long range. He could bolo. Like it's a very unique class. And I will say, like, that was the one I surprised I had the most fun. Shout out O'Donnell Tacos. I'll get you the chat in a minute. He said I'll break protocol. You feel I'm the only one disappointed with Towerborne's art style coming after Banner Saga. I wish they would have stuck with that style. I think the only thing I'm disappointed with, I don't think the art style is disappointed. I just wish that if you like narrative style games, like what Asante was saying, and you're coming into it thinking you're going to get that style, that's where the Destiny part is. Like, this is more of a cooperative, lead you on. And for a person who loves Banner Saga, even Banner Saga, one of my complaints was just that, man, I wish they had voice acting, because I'm like, damn, these characters look so cool and stuff like that. And there's a lot of text, so they're still continuing that. And it's just, clearly it's not as story rich as a Banner Saga. This is more of a get with the homies, play a game, you got missions, you got that stuff like that. There is some story, but it's very Destiny. You're the chosen guardian that's been resurrected, that energy, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, deep narrative and stuff like that. Shout out, Power Class is a go. You already know. Don, we gotta get up, because I didn't realize you play like that. But yeah, salute to Towerborne. That's all I kind of want to say, unless you guys got anything else on that. You got anything more now, or we move on? I'll get these.
No, I think it's a solid experience. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of games going on right now. So, if you got to put this in the backlog somewhere, totally get it. But I do think that this is worth, at least loading up, downloading, and trying out, see how you like it.
Yes.
Especially if, because a lot of the games out right now, it's not a lot of team stuff.
Yes.
It's a lot of single player stuff. So if you and your friends need something to play and you all got Game Pass, this is definitely a game you could try out.
No doubt. And I will say, one of the most fun character creators. I like the character creators in it. It's really cool. You can really get distinct. And we got our skin tones. We got our hair, something things. I felt I could make the men all right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Felt represented. You know what I'm saying? All right, these super chats are playing right now.
I feel like I'm the only one disappointed with Towerborne's art style after coming from Banner Saga. I wish they would have stuck with that style.
Shout out to Don. Yeah, I got you on the art style. We did that one. And then obviously the next one, I think we got that one already with the Pyro class. What are you goat. Salute.
Pyroclast is the GOAT.
Facts. I like Pyro. But don't sleep on Shadow Striker is going to be the one everybody takes the most, because it's so flashy. And of course the Sentinel with the sword and shield.
I was using the Pyro class more.
Really? You was using Pyro class too?
It's basically like Sega's Guardian Heroes.
Yeah, Sega's Guardian Heroes is a good one, ODG. Yeah, salute. No doubt. All right, so we're going to get into the next one, which is probably the main event topic here. We're going to pause these super chats for a bit, but yeah, I got a lot of talking to do, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. So we got
some spin doctoring to do here.
Some news, some news dropped, man. Let's start. So we got two bits. So first we had the Xbox financials, and then obviously the price hikes. But we'll start with the financials first. Shout out to both Jess Cord and shout out to Tom Warren. Both put out articles in reference to this. So first with the financials, Xbox is now the biggest publisher on PlayStation, as PC Game Pass hits 45% year-over-year growth. and talk about in the argument as far as the strategy to bring games to both PlayStation and Switch seem to be successful short term with pre-orders for Indiana Jones Great Circle, Forza Horizon 5 topping Sony's own PlayStation Store last month. It says, the article says, we ended the quarter as the top publisher by pre-orders and pre-installs on both Xbox and PlayStation Store. This said Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella on the company's earnings call. PC Game Pass revenue also increased 45% year over year, with cloud gaming setting a new record, surpassing 150 million hours played for the first time this quarter. So it seems that their strategy, as far as everywhere, including which they're planning to have Nintendo Switch 2, be prepared as far as that list, as far as games to be porting over, seems to be on the up and up as Microsoft posted record third quarter growth in a very tough market. And I just want to get into some more specifics because there's a lot of news there in reference to that. So we got content, gaming, and services grew 8% over year, making it the best quarter three in Xbox gaming history. The boost was driven by Game Pass subscriptions, primarily Call of Duty, Minecraft. Minecraft in particular saw a 75% increase in weekly average users, and this is buoyed by the successful Minecraft movie. As sources said, it's Minecraft is enjoying its highest concurrent user share in history, and Xbox hardware now also declined by 6%. Seems that the trend is seen to be abating. PC Game Pass grew 45%, which we mentioned, year over year. Massive success given the competition from Steam and other competing PC platforms. Microsoft, which you said already, is now the biggest publisher on PlayStation in terms of pre-orders and pre-installation. This is likely due to Indiana Jones, Forza Horizon 5, and Doom: The Dark Ages. And then obviously we mentioned again Xbox Cloud, which called gaming, 150 million users streamed, up 10 million hours quarter over quarter. So the comments also to investors seem to undermine recent analyst suggestion that Xbox Game Pass had flatlined, although most analyses tend to focus on the US-centric market. So look, this was a lot of growth there and news there, but then we got some other news. And that news was the price hikes. Oh boy. So there's a lot to unpack here. So shout out to IGM. I'm going to quote some of the stuff from there. Microsoft is raising prices by a lot. On an announcement, the company said it would be raising prices on Xbox consoles, controllers, headsets, and some games. The hike for consoles and accessories kicks in today, which at the time of the article was May 1st. So this is effect, y'all. This is already now allowing effect. Game price will stay the same for now, but expect Xbox to be charging $80 for new first-person games around the holiday season. Prices effects take place globally, with the exception of headset prices, which are only going up in the U.S. and Canada. So here are the new on Xbox consoles and accessories. Series S 512, formerly $299, now for that smooth $379, y'all. Xbox Series S 1 terabyte, formerly $349, now $429. Xbox Series X Digital, formerly $449, now $549. Xbox Series X for $500, now $600. And now the latest and greatest, that Xbox Series X 2 Tera Galaxy Edition. Fix your face forte, formerly $600. Now, for the smooth price of $729, the most expensive, rocking the PS5 Pro in the face, $729. We got a new king in town, y'all. That Series X 2 Tera. Wireless controller, $64. Wireless controller color, $69. Wireless controller, $80. Limited edition went up from $80 on the Xbox wireless controller to $90. Hold on, Yoshi. We see you ready. I got you, Yoshi. And then we got the Xbox wireless controller Series 2, formerly $139. The Elite Wireless, $139. Now it's $149. And then the Xbox Elite Wireless Control Series 2 full, formerly $179. Now $200. Headset, $64. And the wireless headset went up from $109.99 to $119. And it said you can see the rest of the changes by reason. And Microsoft issued IGN with the following statement as to why the increases were taking place. And I quote, "We understand that these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players. And then obviously in the mix of this, $80 games were announced as well. So Yoshi seems to be on standby. He seems to have some things, a representative from Nintendo here. Yoshi, do you want to comment on this? You seem to have some news you want to break. What's going on?
I just want to say, since the king isn't here, I just want to say, who did that for you?
Are you implying that you set this off? Yosh?
Who did that for you?
Was it you or was it Phil? Who are we implying that who did what?
Listen, everybody was afraid that when we pulled pre-orders and moved them back 2 weeks, that we were going to pass the buck to you. And what did we do?
What you do?
Not only our brand new system that hasn't even released yet is going to release at a cool price of $449.99. And if you want that Mario Kart
for the
that I was featured in at the very beginning of the trailer, shout out to Nintendo for that, by the way.
Shout out to them.
You can get that for $500.
So you a steal right now.
So we're a steal for our old system and our new system.
Woo!
But guess what? We are going to be the best place and the cheapest place in a handheld space or as a physical console to play your favorite Xbox games when they come out in the near future for a low price of the numbers I said before. So once again, who did that for you?
For the low price.
Listen, Yoshi, you definitely set it off, man. You definitely empowered a lot of people to hit the $80 price point. But I will admit, I mean, that $449 looking kind of nice these days. I must admit, with the latest prices, we got a lot to talk about. This is gonna be a fun one. So let's start with
also shake that tail.
Yo,
shake that tail.
Remove yourself. Seize him. Seize him. No, me and you are not gang like that. We don't do these activities together, Yoshi. Keep that to yourself, sir. That was hilarious. Salute to Yoshi. But let's get right into it, man. So, Addict, man, we're gonna set you off, man. We're gonna set you off. We got the financials. So clearly they're doing well. Minus the hardware, but we got the price hikes. How are we feeling? Xbox hardware, price hikes, everything going up. The price of the brick is up and the games are going up. What's going on, man?
They're doing well and they still raising prices. Ain't that some corporate conversations? Have record-breaking profits and still raise prices. Yeah, Nintendo was willing to be like, look, because obviously this has happened because of the tariffs. Nintendo was like, we don't know what the long-term stretch of this is. We're not going to raise the prices and hurt our product in the short term that might not be short term. So we, at the launch, we going to hold that L until we see if we have to give you that L. so and I respect that. And you know, Xbox is like, nah, we ain't even selling as many of these as we like. Our hardware going down and down. We ain't holding that L. You are holding that L off the bat. So it's like, it is what it is. You know. Here's the thing. Yeah. Xbox is no longer trying to compete in a hardware infrastructure. So why do you think they're going to try to compete price rise? So, what do you? They kind of gave up the hardware market. So you think they're gonna take the infrastructure in terms of what they're paying? Like, you think they're gonna start paying more to sell an Xbox when they're not even selling them to be? Because the only way this makes sense is that they sell hardware to sell software to make up for that difference, but they're not doing the first to do the second. So why would they keep the prices where they are for the first? Because they know they're not getting
the kindness of their hearts. They're not gonna, not raise it for the kindness of the heart for little old me, so I could get it at the same price.
They don't care about little you. They care about competing to get little you. And if they're no longer doing that to compete, then why would they care about little you?
Damn, I thought they was making so much money. I thought they could.
Oh, they are making money, but this is also the same company that has obviously it wasn't like any double digits or anything, but they had some growth in the gaming industry. So what do we do with that? That's not good enough. We need more money. Look, Is this a direct response to the tariffs? Absolutely. Do I think this is something that Xbox and Microsoft wanted to do? Absolutely. They always looking for a reason to raise that price.
So then can we blame Yoshi then? Because Yoshi, they set it off first.
Something like this doesn't have price ranges like this being increased, because this isn't just a small price increase. This is $100 for the Series X. Like $599. One of the biggest things that they had going for them when it come to the Xbox Series S was the cheap aspect of the Series S. That was the biggest aspect they had of it. They no longer have that. You might as well go and buy Switch 2 at this point with that price point.
Little man looking a little hefty. He ain't looking so little no more. Jesus.
It's like, look, I'm very curious. Let's say these tariffs go into place
as much as a digital PS5.
PS5
now.
Pro, little man is just as much as a digital. How much a digital PS5 Pro cost?
$349.
So little man is more expensive.
Well, $379 if you get the $379 for the Astrobot bundle.
Jesus. All right, continue, Attic. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
So my thing is like, okay, these tariffs raised it. True. I'm curious if the tariffs go away in 6 months, do those prices go down?
I mean, we don't
I
get
don't
it.
think
Out of the kindness of their heart, they won't lower it back to how it used to be.
Nah. At that time, they're going to be used to that money. They're going to keep that.
I thought this was just a temporary situation, and then we go
4 year temporary 4 years. Yeah, you're right. It's temporary. It's temporary 4 years.
This is temporary to the end of the industry.
Oh,
to the end of the generation. It's like, look, like what? That's why when people sit there and they say, Addict, you need to trust these corporations. I don't trust these corporations. I don't trust them left. I don't trust them right. I trust them to do exactly what corporations do most. Try to penny pinch and drain as much money from me as they possibly can. And this is a perfect example of that, because it's like, look, we don't know where these tariffs are going to go. We don't know if one side's going to cave, if the other side's going to cave, if they're going to come to a middle ground. But Microsoft's like, oh, let's raise it now. Because I don't think PlayStation raises it for at least 6 months. I don't think it's.
Well, at least they're gonna stay. They gonna keep it. Like, they not gonna do that. Like, we got PlayStation to rely on.
They gonna hit you upside. They gonna hit you upside your head right for the holiday.
But PlayStation, I mean, they holding strong. They ain't got to do this, right?
No, they'll do it eventually. But the thing is I do think PlayStation.
They the market leader. They don't need to do that. They not, for the kindness of my heart, they're not gonna raise. They gonna keep it where it's at.
They 90-day
here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason that they're gonna hold the line on terms of the pricing at this point.
I got PlayStation to hold it.
They're still competing with the Switch 2. So they're not going to try to put that dip too much between. And let's be honest here, they don't have a whole lot of games coming out right now.
I mean, they raised the prices in Europe, but they ain't gonna raise it for me, right? They gonna respect my dollar.
That's because the United States is one of the only territories that they have to actually fight for. So, when it comes to something like that, they'll probably keep it there, and then right before the holidays, that's when they'll raise it.
But why are they gonna raise it then? They don't need to raise it. They killing it. They out here.
It doesn't matter if they're killing it. Like they are going to look for a reason to get money from you, and I do think PlayStation, because they are competing with the Switch 2 this holiday. I don't think they're just going to open up and just let the Switch 2 flood the market.
Compete for my dollar though. I want to.
They don't care about your dollar. They already got your
dollar.
They like out of the kindness of their heart, they can't stay where they at.
Stop console war.
I just want to ask them why they can't stay where they at. Why are we assuming that they not gonna hold strong?
You keep saying for you though.
Yeah, for the consumer. Like, wouldn't it be the perfect PR move to be like, hey guys, we're not doing that. Like we good.
No. It ain't what happens for other people. We're talking about you.
Okay, all right. I thought they was going to care for me, though. That's what I thought.
No.
You be acting like you don't have a PlayStation in this house.
You already got one in your house. You won't even.
I don't got a PS5 Pro. No. And right now, but I don't got a PS5 Pro. And right now, PS5 Pro is the most attractive thing on the market now that the 2 terabyte is more than them. The Xbox 2 terabyte Galaxy is more than the PS5 Pro.
No one was buying that 2 terabyte thing anyway, so that's irrelevant with that.
But it's the cheapest, it's the most powerful.
The most expensive SKU that shouldn't have been that price from the start. And we're going to start comparing it to PlayStation 5 Pro.
But they got dragged for that price, and now they looking like the hero.
they should get dragged for that price. Just like Xbox should have got dragged for that price when they did that too. Like you gonna sit there and give me a 2 terabyte and raise it that much, and now it's just as expensive as a PlayStation 5 Pro. Nah, get that nonsense out of here. That 2 terabyte, get all that out of here. I don't even know why that's a conversation. That should have been like one of those special SKUs that just got rid of after a holiday. I don't even know when people say that particular SKU. I was like, that thing's still around.
You not buying the 2 tera? You not buying that buttons? That 729? You not copping?
It's on sale for $249 right now, though. At it.
Wait, the 2 teras? 2 tera? Where
the 2 terabyte is?
Where? How much? Where?
It's on sale for what?
At GameStop for $249.
The 2 terabyte Xbox Series X is $249?
Oh no!
Don't you do that? I was about to fire it up. Don't you do that for a day. I was about to cut. The price of the brick ain't go up yet? What?
No, that thing is $700.
Okay, don't do that. Okay, continue. Y'all was messed up, son. I was about to say, he got the hustle. Go to GameStop now.
You see how easy it is to separate gamers for their money when it comes down to paying less money for it?
You said that nice. You said that right price.
I tell people all the time. It's all the people keep. And the reason I said that is because all these people keep saying it don't matter. It's a luxury hobby. This and that. I say, shut up. Everybody wants to save money. There's a reason you come into a store asking like, hey, is this the best deal you could do? Or, hey, is there can I get a discount? And I'm sitting there like, yeah, you can get a discount by paying for a discount if you want it.
Yo, back for that true. He said Cog's about to say the stream over. Your streams are running the GameStop now. Gold. It was like when resources are bad. Yo, they got toilet paper over there. Go down. It was one of them situations, son. GameStop.
My thing when it comes down to it, I don't think that they deliberately raised this because they saw an opopportunity. Now I could be wrong. Okay. I'm always admitting when I'm wrong on situations, but I can almost guarantee you when these tariffs go away, whatever they do,
they gonna bring it down. They gonna bring it down.
The prices are staying exactly where they are.
It's just a temporary situation. They gonna look out for me.
No, this is not a temporary situation. That's the reason the Switch chose not to jump out right now because they know once they make that call, they can't go back.
Damn, that's crazy.
And see, what they'll do is they'll raise it to like $600, the Xbox Series X, in this holiday. We're gonna give you a $100 discount. We're gonna give you good deals this holiday. $100 right off the top of that. For the holiday, you could buy it when I paid for it for 3 years ago.
It's wild.
It is what it is. Microsoft doing Microsoft things. Corporate being corporate. Unfortunately, like I said, you guys, I told you there's ramifications and there's consequences for Microsoft no longer competing in the console industry. And this is one of them, because when it comes to situations like this, Nintendo stood on its square because they understand they're still trying to sell hardware and they're not trying to raise that price right now. They're going to see how everything unfolds. Well, that's the thing they can raise without getting too much flack with it. But the hardware is different. But see, what's funny, let me point out when it comes to interrupting.
Sorry.
Addict is complaint every day.
I don't consider that. I was bumbling.
Has interrupted me literally the entire podcast, and none of you frauds are going to bring this up in the comment section. But God forbid I say something about a game I'm excited for, and everyone's going to be in that
ILP chat, sir.
And everyone's going to be in that comment section saying, "Addict, you are interrupting too much." But if it's Cog or King, it's always good. It's good, brother. It's good.
Your percentage is higher. We gonna move on.
You've interrupted every other sentence I've said.
Yeah, today I've been wild crazy with it. I've been wild crazy.
You and King been wild crazy.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to act like you the victim now. Oh, don't you do that. You are the lord of the King. Your IPS is. You got the most DPS or IPS.
I keep my.
You got the most damage per second or interrupts per second. But you got it today.
The chat gonna agree with you.
You got it today. No, you got it today. I was wrong.
It comes down to it. It's like, look, if you want a game, pay the $600. If don't, go to PC or PlayStation or the Switch, because it's pointless complaining. I've been doing it the past year and a half because they weren't competing with the console market anymore. And everyone said I was exaggerating. Well, this is a direct response to Xbox no longer caring if they sell that hardware or not. Because they can raise the $100 and no one in that room blinks an eye because they don't care if that on those quarterlies. Go listen to what's her name? Amy what?
Amy Hood.
Amy Hood.
Amy Hood. She said in the last financial meeting that we expect that hardware number to go down and down every quarter. And when you say stuff like that, that means you have no problem raising that price because you know that number's not going up. So that's what happened when you guys, they didn't compete in the hardware. So did you expect they were going to compete? I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's it.
No doubt. Let's see. Let's get Forte, man. You're in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. You're seeing this directly affect the consumer. Obviously we got the financials out there in reference to, record quarters, minus hardware, right? And which actually was still improved because it was before the other quarter before was like they were down like 26% or whatever, 30% of hardware. Now they only down 6%. But like, what's your feeling on this whole thing? The financials of how they're doing with the strategy, and then obviously the epic news, all these price hikes, all these games going up, consoles going up. Like, where are you at with all of this?
Man, I never thought it would be great to be selling on a corner. I can make a lot of money selling this stuff on a corner now.
What you selling on the corner now? You gotta be clear. You gotta be clear.
Got those hot Xbox One.
Right, here we go. You got
Xbox Series S's and X's for the low price.
You got for the low. Okay.
You could trade in some of your older stuff and get it for a lot cheaper. So guess what? If you're a person that hoarded a lot of your physical stuff, this don't bother you at all because you can just mitigate a lot of that price. But no, in all seriousness, it sucks. It's more of a conversation not what it's going to be right now, but how it's going to affect the future when it comes to like people coming into the hobby or people making decisions on what they want to buy in the future. Because I see a situation because it's not just going to be Xbox. Xbox just jumped out the window first when it came due to a lot of stuff that Addy just said. I do agree with the fact that they're not competing on the console side. They say, well, listen, we're not. First of all, they're not even putting consoles in the stores. So this is almost like one of those Nvidia things where, you know what, the price is really this, but it ain't like you're gonna find it for that price. Right. So it's gonna be hard to find anyway. So is it really that price because you can't even buy it? I haven't seen this. I haven't seen a Series S. I haven't seen a Series X in a store on a shelf. All I can talk about is GameStop. Cause I mean, Target, Walmart, and maybe you can look around and walk in there and find one. But I haven't seen one in a while, so it just really comes back to like, okay, yeah, the price is what the price is, but what is it going to do to the people that are coming in now? What is it going to do for those people that what's going to be upgrading for, like, let's say the next Madden, because the next Madden we found out is next gen only, and people that are on Xbox Ones and PS5, PS4s, if you want to play that, you got to move up.
Good point.
What's going to happen, with when rumors of Call of Duty making that jump, and then GTA. I mean, thank God GTA got pushed the next year, so people that's getting that they can make a long-term decision later on. They don't have to worry about it in 2025. So it's just like, how's that going to affect? And like, once again, it comes back to the conversation we were talking about when it comes down to with Towerborne and everything. It's so much stuff going on right now in gaming when it comes to like games. The release cadence of games, and you got a brand new console coming out this year, and then gaming isn't the only thing that's affected by this. Real life stuff that you deal with every day is affected. Like with the fact that I go to the store and I'm spending $50 to $60 more on the normal stuff on groceries is like up too
crazy.
So just looking at it from a gaming spirit, it didn't from myself. And I can only talk for myself. I scaled back a lot on a lot of the other little things I used to buy, and now I'm like heavily invested in like Pokemon stuff because I got back into collecting cards, and that's ridiculous too. Like I don't even want to talk about how much I spent on Pokemon cards in the last month. It's kind of crazy, but But no, it's just it's everything is through the roof right now for anything that's like a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
So yeah, does it suck that Xbox is doing this? Yes, it does. But do they care? No. Just like I said when I was doing pre-orders for the Switch 2, nobody blinked the eye at a Pro controller being $85. Nobody blinked the eye when I told them that Joy-Cons are 110 for a pair. Nobody did. Like what? And when I mean nobody, of course you got the little slights of, man, why are they charging us so much for this? But here's my money.
Yeah, no, I get that. I guess my question to you is, because you're making a good point in terms of Nintendo, but I think Addict's making a good point in terms of, when we look at the perception of the Xbox brand from a hardware perspective, and how it's like, obviously
it doesn't matter,
right? They've been pushing people to say, "Hey, this is an Xbox. You don't have to play console that require that kind of thing." Like in an era where they still make the hardware, but I don't want to say they don't care about it, because I would just say it's less of a focus as
no,
it
they
used
don't
to be.
care about it.
Right.
So
to your point, all right. So you said that. So y'all two said that. I didn't say that. But what I was gonna say is, but I understand where y'all going. But now in that kind of environment, right? When you do this kind of a price hike, Yoshi, I got you. How does that incentivize anyone to now go after the hardware, right? When you were already deprioritizing it on some level, especially with these kind of prices, when now you're even way more than your competitors and stuff like that. How do you think that's going to affect when someone walks into your local GameStop, and you see the price comparatively to, everyone else?
Well, they still don't have Game Pass everywhere else.
Fair.
Unless you're going to buy a handheld to play Game Pass, or you're going to do it in the other ways of like cloud streaming and stuff like that. That's the only other ways you can do it. So Game Pass is still a huge reason why to own a console at this point. Because if you're jumping in and you want to get the best of the best, a Series X, and you're just going to get it at the $599, which isn't horrible. But if you want the digital one and you want the extra 1 terabyte of space, $729. Now, I mean, it's not. It's. I mean, I sit here and I say it's not bad, but then when I start comparing it to things that Xbox kind of wants to push you to, that's the price of a high-end GPU right there, which is a good 40% of the budget of your PC. Like you can if you're going to spend $429 on one piece of hardware, I would say, guess what? Save up a little bit more.
Get that
$729 and put that away on get the GPU now and get another $500 or $600 or $700 and just build you a really good PC. Then you ain't got to worry about none of this, and you can upgrade and do stuff on your own timetable at that point. Right. Because that's kind of the situation. Because they don't care. As much as people want to say they care, it's like they don't. They don't care who buys their console at this point. Going back to the situation, like if it wasn't for the fact that they have so many people that are on Xbox Game Pass and so many people that are paying for Xbox Core, that is incoming revenue that they're not going to just throw away. But what they will do is, over the course of time, as they're building their subscription services up in other areas, and you see that now you're on a scale, and the scale is still tilted real heavily on the console side when it comes to the people that are playing. So now they're saying, okay, we don't want more people on this side. We want people to go the other way. So we're going to raise. So we don't care if people buy the console, but guess what? If they are, we're going to get our money's worth out of it. So we're going to tilt the scale in a way where we're going to kind of push people the way we want them to go. Hey, we don't care if you go to PC. We don't care if you buy your games on a PlayStation. They're incentivizing you by doing this and nobody else doing it. So right now it's like that. It's like that point in for Xbox at least. They're telling you like, hey, we will continue to make consoles for y'all, but we will only do it as long as the numbers make sense. Just like when Destiny cut off Destiny 1 at Rise of Iron, when they said on Xbox 360 there was only 5% of the player base over there.
Right.
guess what, Cog? If there was still 40% of the player base, you think they would have cut that
Good
off?
point. Good point. All right. So there's still
They
enough
wouldn't
of us
have cut-
around right now that they
it's
can't
still
cut us
enough-
off.
It's still enough people over there in that coffer. So right now they're saying we're going to skew the numbers in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to slow down the growth on the console side.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do get to a point where it's 10, 15, maybe 10, 15%, we can like kind of cycle down the console side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can move in the direction we want, which is a full. They're already full third
Well,
party.
they literally announced they're
at
the
this point.
biggest publisher on PlayStation, the biggest
Hey, look,
publisher, period,
Listen,
in gaming.
and then when you start saying your conference calls and on your earnings calls about other platforms when it comes to like PlayStation,
Had
you're
they
saying
pre-order
you're-
numbers ready, we lead it on their store.
Look, it doesn't matter at this point. It's like, listen, it's all about the dollar to them. Like Addy said, the thing companies want to do is separate you from your money. That's it. That's their whole job. Separate you from the money. And if you want to play on console, you're going to pay a tax. The tax is whatever the prices
Xbox
they put in there now. And guess what? You can also do the other thing. And ultimately, we still win in the end. But they're not going to lose. They're passing the buck on the gamers right now. Let's be for real. That's what it is, and that's how it's going to be. I understand it. It sucks compared to everybody else, but everybody saw this coming when it comes to not the price hikes, but just the direction that they're moving in. And ever since Phil Spencer came out and said in that interview, why would I keep a game like Starfield from going other places when forever he was saying that's not one of the 4 games. The moment he came out and said that, he got marching orders from the top of the top of the building, yelling from the rooftop saying this is the plan. And guess what? The plan is out there now.
All right, so what about the plan that when the tariff go away that you're going to bring the price back down? What about that plan? We ain't going to get that?
For 4 years from now?
Yeah, we ain't going to bring it back down?
Everything goes. God, what's the one thing in technology that always goes up?
Everything. I mean, GPUs, CPUs,
prices always go. Where's Nvidia at now? Remember, you could buy a 30. Remember, you could buy a 4,000, not a 4,000. Remember, you could buy a graphics card for $1,000. Remember when a Titan used to cost $1,500? That's a steal now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So listen. So this is. The prices we got are the new norms. Damn. People think they're going to go down. They just going to go up from here.
Damn. All right.
Only time them suckers going down is when they're able to sit there and say, you know what? This holiday, we're going to give you a good deal.
That Black Friday.
We're going to charge you what it was before we raised it.
And they're going to charge. And guess what? And this is their answer to Game Pass probably not raising in price anytime soon.
Yeah, Game Pass surprisingly survived this.
Because because they know more people are going to be buying the games in other places. So you really are getting the benefit of Xbox Game Pass if you're playing on an Xbox or you're inside their ecosystem, because you're not truly affected by that price hike yet of those games because you're not paying that price yet. So that's how they're going. That's kind of what the scale is. We're going to tip the system scale and we're going to tip the game scale. Then we're going to force people into the ecosystem we want, because now it used to be like 3 games you had to buy to make the price
to
make sense in your head.
Right.
It used to be 3. Now it's closer to 2.
Yeah, facts. No, facts, absolutely.
2 games in a year. 2 games in a year. I'd rather do that than the other.
Yeah, 280 joints is crazy. But look, it's crazy. I think he was gonna jump before I give it the floor to Kay. You said you was gonna say something.
No, that's fine.
Cool.
I said everything I can. It's like, look, at the end of the day, they're doing what corporations do best. They're trying to make as much money as they possibly can. Unfortunately, this time, it's not working out for the consumer. So, maybe they will. Maybe they'll surprise me. And if the tariffs, go away at the end of the generation, or something has happened before then, they decide they're going to lower those prices. But at that point, they're seeing, we making money when we sell these things. I don't know. It's like I said, I don't trust corporations. I trust them to do corporate stuff, and lowering prices isn't very corporate.
Yeah, very corporate. So. I feel you, Kay, man. You got to talk me off the cliff. I'm sad, Kay. Like, what? I don't hear like the price gonna go back down. 729.
I see you leading witnesses, sir. Calm down.
I'm concerned.
What are you doing?
I'm concerned, man. Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They like
You don't know what to do.
record, quarters and revenue. What's happening, man? How we feeling, K? Like
so okay.
with everything.
I see the man OBM in the chat. I feel like this is the moment that he and we will take victory laps all day because we have been fighting good fights in our Discord for months on this exact topic. So OBM, if I see you in there, sir, take your victory lap. Throw some flowers at the man's feet. He was spitting. Shout out
So
we've been in the trenches. We call it the octagon in the Discord. Having this conversation for some time now.
Let's go.
And some folks may not understand where they're going. What we're seeing is they're literally seeing a way out of loss leaders. That's what they are, right? They are seeing they see the light at the end of the tunnel, and those of us who don't see that just go, no, why are you killing it for us? Yeah, it's no longer financially advantageous for them to keep going where they're going. Even if you guys all buy it, it's still not financially advantageous for them to buy it, for them to make it. Okay, so I think honestly, this is specifically. Everyone's making different moves, right? Everyone is. Nintendo's making a different move than PlayStation, which we don't know the moves they're making. I think they'll make a move soon. We'll see what they do.
They're going to maintain it, but they're not going to do this.
But what Microsoft is doing specifically, I think is like exactly what Forte is saying. It's all a play for Game Pass. 100%. Why? Because, like, if you think about their business model, it's been the necessary evil forever. That's what it is. The necessary evil. What do I mean by that? Every time all of you buy a console, that's money out of their pocket. Not money in their pocket, money out of their pocket. The man with the wallet in certain GameStops is here to tell me if I'm mistaken, right? Like, this business model has been a necessary evil for years, and it's been a necessary evil because how else are you going to get people to play your games? Okay. Right? Nintendo has that on lock. PlayStation has that on lock. Microsoft was trying to get that on lock. It didn't work out for them. So they realized, hey, why the heck is it that we're still on this one endpoint when, oh, by the way, the numbers say Game Pass is everywhere, and best of all, it's DIY, like bring your own device, no loss leader on our part, like no loss leader, right? If we make $10 from you, we've made $10 from you. That's it. If we sell you a console and then sell you something like Starfield, they've broken even, barely. Right, because the minute you buy one, I think like last estimates, the Series X or S was like $100 or something like that they lose. Right, so this is like, all right, great, we are where we are now. The money men are in the room. We see what's going on, right? Even if at the end of the year or at the end of the generation, we have all of this wonderful pie that is the console market. At the end of the day, that's all people who have taken money out of our pocket that we hope to get money back from.
But we was the loyal ones, you was the chosen one, man. How you doing this?
Rather than the alternative, which is, here's the service, we're selling you funny money because this is digital bits. Right? Every time, right? Every time
that's
you buy,
hilarious.
We make
funny money,
right? Every single time you pay, we make. It doesn't matter if we see you next week. Peace. You back again? All right, cool. Right? It costs them nothing, and they just get to keep giving you what they need to give you. Right? As long as they give you the games. You, the gamer, are happy, right? Now, where I stand on my square with all of y'all is that this is a horrible place we find ourselves. I was 10 toes down with $70 games. Y'all cannot, and I'll be specific about digital. No one has been able to give me a valid reason, and you're talking to a person who,
please go there.
In the technical realm.
I'm waiting to hear this.
Go
there.
Let's go.
Go there.
Go there.
No one has been able to justify for me why we live in the world of $70 games in the digital realm. Oh, well, they have this deal with these retailers. I don't give a 747. Happy Sunday, y'all. Why y'all are making the deal you're making, right? If I go and I buy Mario Kart on a physical, I have the picture. I can show my son. I can give it to him in 20 years and say, "Hey, play this." Digital bits, none of that equates. So why am I
And you can't even
paying
get rid of that.
What happened to the trade? They
you don't even
traded.
own it.
Yeah.
You don't even own it because depending on what it is, they might like hide the secret print that says when you die, now all of a sudden it's lost. This happens everywhere. That is where
they just had a bunch of movies that left Prime, and there was a lawsuit to get them back. Like a bunch of movies that just vanished off of Prime over digital stuff.
So all of the forever physical people, I feel like all y'all are fighting the good fight, but you jumped out of the plane, you didn't take a parachute, you're almost falling on the ground, and now you're going, what?
And then half of the physical joints is literally just placeholder tokens sometimes to access.
It's literally hex keys, a text file with a hex key in it that says go download this thing.
Yes.
That's all that physical thing is.
And real quick, it used to be that you could get like the advantage of getting something digital is that like you wouldn't. I mean, getting something physical is that you wouldn't have to download it. But now, when you buy a physical version of a game, you got to download the whole game essentially.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. And by the way, Attic, to be fair to the point you were saying that Nintendo, right? Nintendo are also the ones that did that and then said that to us right after they released Mario Horizon 5 for $80, right? And we use them as the greatest business model. Why can't y'all be like this? They keep costs down. They keep creativity high. Bro. And then they're the ones that deliver us the message of, well, oh, by the way, now you're going to be costing $80 for Mario Horizon 5 that I played 5 years ago. Don't get me there.
If you'd have told me Yoshi was the murderer first and then Xbox is second, damn.
I was bro, to me, Yoshi. I'm sorry. This is like the Facebook CEO coming out and talk about privacy, and we need to focus. You the wrong messenger, homie. What are we doing right now? I'm sorry.
And the sad part too, the sad part about all of this is like at least when like Nintendo does something, like Nintendo's like, okay, man, we're gonna go to 80. But we're probably only going to do 3 games the whole generation. Yeah. 2K, Microsoft, Sony's like, oh, what would you say? Nah, all my stuff's 80. All of it's 80.
That's right.
That's right. Only 3 games, 80? Because I was talking to Forte. Nintendo's the only corporation I know that has released 1 game at $70, and the next one, like, okay, now we're doing 80. Like,
that's right. Wow. And no one can just They can. That's why they're doing it.
They can because they know that you're going to buy it at that price.
But, Forte, I will push back on one point you made, saying that no one budged at those prices. No doubt. But the qualifier is none of the pay pig hardcore games. And I count myself included.
No.
I count myself included.
Yes.
Hey, we have something in our Discord. Hello, I'm Asante. I'm a pay pig. Everybody goes oink, 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 oink.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, it's true. But I'm half gamer pay pig and half parent. There is no way on earth this house will get the same amount of Switch 1s that came, that the price tag is on Switch 2. Both games and hardware. Because in this house, and I'm not like the biggest, like hugest Nintendo guy, right? I've been known to call them the abacus.
Yeah.
And I've been asking them to stop being cowardly.
You're very slanderous.
I've been asking, they gave us an 8-track player now. I'm happy. We shall see how it goes. But even me, Switch 1, I have like 3 or 4 in this house.
Wow.
That is not happening with these prices, and specifically the games, right? The hardware you can justify, like you can justify, but the games specifically, I really don't see that.
How old are your kids, Kay?
6 and 8.
Okay, 6 and 8. Do they need a Switch 2?
Oh,
do they need one?
In Gamer Dad household.
No. Do they need a Switch 2?
Not in my house. They don't.
Okay, they got a Switch 1, right?
We got a console for you. We got a console for them.
For me stuff.
No. But you're right.
Keep going.
He's saying that you caved at one point in time. You go cave again.
No. But Forte's point is very valid. Keep going. Go ahead, Forte.
No, I don't think he's gonna cave. I 100% believe he's saying what he's gonna say. I think we are in an instance right now where, the reason Nintendo didn't drop the price of their original Switch is because they know there's gonna be a bunch of people people out there that's not going to go to that price point.
100%. Forte, you are leading me down my ultimate point. I 100% agree with you. And you guys were talking about where we're going. Do you know where we're going?
Where we going?
We don't have to speculate on where we're going. ILP being as great as it is worldwide. I'm sure there are people in your chat right now that live in the world where we are going. In this world, and I've been fortunate enough to live in other places. Absolutely. It's not the issue of the States today. In the world, console generations are going to last forever. In this world, secondary markets, both hardware and software, are going to grow. You got that used game? I got you, homie. It's right here. Like, all of a sudden, that old game is new, right? Talk to people in Brazil right now. They'll talk to you.
I heard Brazil is popping in cloud, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
And another thing, mark my words. Piracy is going to be major. And,
Mark, we're going back to the street.
Bro,
going back to pirates.
It happened before, but back then you needed technical skills. You needed some technical skills. You needed to do something to be able to. But these days, it is so easy to join Jack Sparrow's crew. You have no idea. No idea. Right? And the only reason why this has happened the way it is because it's been convenient for people to continue to do what they're doing. Game Pass is convenient. All of this is convenient. So if you're going to places where it's not convenient, you can always funnel people in the convenient place. I am not saying this is like tomorrow people are going to be pirates. Right? But the more you do what you're doing, the more people going to be like, well, I still need my games because we are gamers, right? PS4/PS5, you know that's been hacked? No one really paying attention to it. But when that's the only place to play GTA 6 and it's $100, mark my words. We are.
Okay, what's that price? What's that price?
$100.
GTA
that's going to be the.
They're going to stay strong. They're going to stay strong for the consumer.
And by the way, let's be clear. That's not going to be the BBL version. That's not going to be the. No, that's gonna be the Gen Pop. Wait until everybody else gets it.
Off the
low tier. You want the BBL Glizzy version? You
I just wanted you to say that, so my knees aren't the only ones that somebody thinks is gonna get taken into the show.
And let it be clear here, not to say that I'm here capping, as they say, for Game Pass. Those of us in Game Pass, we are now the proverbial frog in the boiling pot. Little by little by little.
Turning it up with us. They turning it up.
That's what's happening, right? Like, you want to pay physical, you paying for it. Great. If you want to be Game Pass, which I love my Game Pass, I've been using it for a long time, right?
For sure.
We're drowning in the backlog. It's great.
It's crazy.
But when you signed up to Netflix, how much was it again? Imagine how much that it is now.
Oh, $7.99 initially.
Right.
That's where I'm at. Three times that amount now.
Bro, when I started YouTube TV, it was like $15-20. Now I'm at like 80. This is the world, ladies and gentlemen.
And
a lot of
if you take what he just said and really think about it, it's what he's talking about, that boiling pot. It's like they're gonna say, okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cancel your subscription, and so you're used to having this stuff. You're used to having if I can't turn Netflix on. It feels weird. Like, if I was to ever cancel my YouTube Premium, I'd lose my mind because I don't like looking at ads on here. If I see an ad, it's something wrong.
Let me tell you something, Forte. This is why I'm saying mark my words, because look, I've been on ILP before. Y'all heard where I came from. I started with the OG Xbox.
Facts.
I call myself a white hat hacker. We was doing it for educational purposes.
Yeah,
These days, when you want to play your game and you go on to play your game, like Mark, like no one's gonna say, oh well, they're not gonna play the games anymore. They're just gonna continue playing with it. No, gamers gonna be gamers.
Right.
But when you can't afford that plethora of choice that you are used to anymore, you're gonna start looking elsewhere. And when you do, oh boy,
ILP is not.
We did not condone that.
I honestly, and let me be clear.
I mean, you've been clear for the past 10 minutes.
You've been clear. You going back to the streets, K. He said you're going back.
Listen.
I'm just saying. I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying this is pushing.
It don't sound the way you're enthusiastic.
No, clearly. No. But let me clear.
Okay, go back to all right. Clear it up.
I think this is pushing people in the wrong direction.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
I think the powers that be overarching, like overarching powers that be, monitor all of this stuff.
Yes.
And the more they do it, the more they push people in one direction or another direction. I don't think these decisions will push people too far in America, but these things have happened elsewhere, and they're playing with fire. That's literally the ultimate point, right?
Yeah.
They're playing with fire. That's all it is. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not everybody's gonna accept this, or find a different way of doing it. Like I was talking to Attic about this the other day. I paid for the Adobe Cloud. And I'm completely out of. I'm paying the full price now at this point, and it hurts when you start $60 a month. I mean, granted, you get a lot of stuff with it, but I'm almost at that point now where I almost hit the cancel button. I already started looking at DaVinci Resolve videos and learning how to do it over there because it's free. Because I'm sitting there like, if I gotta pay, I'm like, if I had to pay more money here, where can I cut money from? And that's somebody like me that don't mind paying money.
Right.
But it's like at a certain point, it's like, okay, well, where can I cut money? And I'm thinking of it ahead of time. What about these people that are going to be living in the moment when it happens? And what are those decisions going to be? And that's why I think, and I told this to Slow-Mo on DPS, they are playing with such fire right now. They are hoping that people stay around. And that's why I keep coming back to the fact that right now, people are okay with it. We see nobody's really batting an eye, but the closer and closer we get probably to the holidays, and you really got to make decisions on how you spend your money, then you gonna see how people really act and who's gonna get really supported in the end.
No, it's a lot to process here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Attic. You want to jump in, and I'll jump in.
I think there's a lot of capping going on here. People sit here, I'm not doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. Newsflash: if you get Game Pass, you're still supporting the practices. You're just not paying for it. So it is what it is. People sit here saying, "Well, I'm not going to get a Switch." Okay, maybe not at launch. Forte, do you have a Switch reserved?
Yes.
Carl, do you have a Switch reserved?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have
Didn't
one
even
too.
think about it.
So it's just like we have the problem.
3 reserved, 1 for me and 2 for other buddies. So there you go. We are part of the problem.
You literally just saying that everyone in your house wasn't getting one.
Oh no. Yeah, not everybody in my house is getting one. Other content creators. There's literally
he's doing a service for the hood. He's doing a service. He's doing a service.
Before there were 3 coming to my house. Now there's literally 1 coming to my house, and the other 2 are getting paid for.
All of that, and you still bought a Switch. All of that, you still bought a Switch.
Look. When we have these conversations, you must understand it's not an all or nothing conversation, right? We can love the practice. We can love the hardware. I'm excited to try the Switch. I'm excited for Mario Kart World. I can still call it Mario Horizon 5 and be excited because I can't wait for my kids and I to experience it, right? You criticize what you love. It's going down a bad path and we're criticizing it. Doesn't mean we're not gamers. Doesn't mean we're not going to play our games. It just means as long as we just keep going, everything's fine and great. Like we're heading down slippery slopes. You know what I mean? So that's what this is.
I jump in. I get your balls. This is wild. Yeah. So obviously we got the financials and stuff like that. And look, it was pretty impressive to see them, services up and stuff like that, and the growth and the record growth. The one that surprised me was actually PC Game Pass and Cloud. I was actually surprised Cloud was doing that well, But as far as the price hike stuff, this was really sobering. I want to read Daniel Ahmad. He's huge. He had an interesting tweet out in reference to what's going on as far as Xbox. So he said Xbox is increasing prices globally. This is due to Trump's tariffs and the global macroeconomic economic environment. Here's why. Here's the threat. Xbox consoles are manufactured in China and subject to 145% tariff when entering the U.S. Some Xbox games are manufactured in Mexico. Then point 2, the global price increases are to soften the actual price increase in the U.S., which is Xbox's largest market, as well as due to currency fluctuations. 3, packaged games are increasing from $70 to $80 for this same reason, and partially because of Mexico, although physical is minimal sales-wise. Point 4, I need to stress what you're seeing here is just the beginning. Sony will be impacted by the same tariffs, and we've already seen them raise prices elsewhere to offset the impact. Many others too. Point 5. Nintendo did not raise prices as its manufacturing is in Vietnam, but could if tariffs increase. So these are kind of I'll say like the boots in the ground kind of stuff from reporting from Z Huge. Shout out to Z Huge. He's giving us a lot of insight there. Here's my thing. Look, in terms of the Xbox situation, if you thought hardware was at a decline, now, oh boy, this is not going to, incentivize much people more as far as that. And it seems like, honestly, they don't care. Like this is what they're doing, right? So we got that. Obviously, there's so much reliance of on China. It obviously affects them directly, and the whole situation is awful. For me personally, I'm just legit scared for my favorite hobby. A wise man told me, OG of ours, and Addict knows who this is. He told me this 2-3 years ago. He's very concerned about the video games industry from a crash perspective. And at the time, I'm like, maybe be a little hyperbolic, But as we, get closer and we seeing all these things that's affected, I have to admit, it's really, as a Gen Xer, it's looking spooky for me. Because at the end of the day, it's really the generation before Addict, because Addict's a millennial, but like Gen Z, they are not paying for consoles now like that, especially if you're not free to play or anything like that. So it's just like, what is going to incentivize them to be like, yeah, we're going to. So to me, I'm looking at it as like I'm the old goat holding on for a market that they're clearly moving away from, right? So yeah, we're going to make, like Kay said, they're going to make it. Oh, but you're going to pay. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to pay. And they're not. And the thing that sucks is that, like,
horseshoe maker tax.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, it just sucks because I'm slowly seeing my hobby become like this luxury race car country club kind of vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not fair. Who's spending $80 every 5 minutes for a game? Now, granted, yes, Game Pass, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? If you're on it, you're great. But again, we're in that subset already. I'm talking about the growth of the big picture where a new person comes in like, yo, that's cool, this console stuff y'all doing. How much that cost? $729? Oh, what was $80? Oh, I'm good. y'all keep that over there, which y'all like. I'm talking about the new kids coming up. Like to grow that space. And I get it. The console space is not growing. I get it. It just sucks, for a guy like me who loves this industry and loves console gaming specifically to see all of this happen. And look, I'm going to say some controversial things. I know there's a lot of politically charged lords and, I try to be respectful. I don't really get into that. I know it's a sensitive subject, but we got to be real. Let's call out both sides here. So first side is, let's be real. No deflecting. Tariffs definitely got us here, right? So let's get to that part. There's no sugarcoating, no whataboutism. What's currently going on with the administration right now is affecting our beloved hobby. We can't get away from that, right? And console gaming is almost being treated like this luxury thing. And that's why I'm worried about, the casual and any person coming in. And then definitely PlayStation's next. We're not going to sugarcoat that. So, that part, I just don't want us to act like, oh, it's not because of that. You know what I'm saying? No, this is directly affecting because of what's going on. Now, on the other side, I understand as far as like, okay, the gaming industry on one side cannot be like, yo, we are making record revenue, record profits. We are killing it. But the budgets are out of control. You're laying people off every 5 minutes. And then at the same time, which I think is a valid point from the other side, is that the quality of game products at launch has really decreased substantially. To sit there and be like, yo, 80 beans. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what happened?
Okay, let me add this real quick. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Good.
We in a realm where a company like Bungie says, we're going to give you Marathon and everything they say about the game after launch.
Yeah. So it just, at that part right there, like, I understand someone saying, bro, you're not even giving me feature complete stuff. Stuff is broken at launch and it's the same, but you're charging me more. Like, I get that. And again, the $1 million questions, which we talked about, which is like, oh, you're doing this because of the economic conditions, everyone. But when the economic conditions improve, are you going to bring the price down? No. Right? Let's be real. So that's when it's like, okay, you're going to do this regardless. Now, look, it just sucks, man. It just all of a sudden, with the situation that we're in, I will say that in Xbox's perspective, as much as I hate to admit, as a person who selfishly loved the console as my favorite endpoint to play, Kay said it best. They're looking at it like, bro, we ain't growing no more in this space. They already making hand over fist putting this stuff everywhere. So if they're going to keep this market, these guys are going to pay. Again, I'm not justifying it. I'm not justifying any of this. I'm a consumer first. But I understand what's going on. We're going to keep this, but it's going to be at this price for it to make financially success for us. And everyone else is going to buy the games everywhere else anyway. And we're actually going to be able to survive if the market continues to adapt that way, as opposed to, hey, it's basically, to me, the way I look at it, is like they're saying, let Nintendo and Sony deal with what's going on with the console stuff. We are slowly transitioning. Well, yeah, we will give you that, but that's not our primary focus. Our primary focus is you going to get this stuff, and we're going to make hand over fist. Because guess what? You buy it way more over there anyway.
So Cog,
yeah.
the part that seems to upset console gamers, and I've seen this a bit, is where when they start putting their games everywhere, they start playing the marketing game of that platform. Yeah. Right, so we'll treat you like a special snowflake. We'll treat you like you're great, and then Xbox gamers are like, "Well, what about us?
Right.
We got you already. Get out of here.
We got you. Yeah, we got you. That's it. That's it. And that's the scary. It sucks. The scary reality is to realize, like, I'm an old man now. Like, your generation is devalued. Like that is a sucky feeling. Like, damn, bro. Like, you know,
it's looking in the mirror and looking at your own mortality.
Yes.
And going, it's over.
Yeah, because here's the reality. The way they look at it is like, one more generation, you out of there. You in a wheelchair. Like, we gonna give you one more. Yep. And then after that, he said, them kids, if you look at the data, they're not, I think Matt Piscatella broke it down. Like, dudes buying like one game a year, like the percentages on game purchases, and who's buying.
By the way, you're stuck to this old ridiculous plebeian input tool. Now it's all touch, baby. I'm like, get me out of here. What world am I in?
Well, it's scary to see it. Like, bro, it's awful for our generation. It's just like, man, this is what it is. So look, all I can do is enjoy what I can enjoy, but it is crazy. The last thing I will say, though, just to finalize it, is just that as far as how like bad the industry is, and the gross budgets, and the over usage of not using resources correctly, I do want to shout out Sandfall Games and Expedition 33 as a master class on how the games industry should be studied and what they did. Because for 30 people to make a quality product like that, and let's be real, that game was it's not $80, it's $50, right? That's an indictment to me on the industry on some level, because it's like they need to be studied. It needs to be shown. How do we do that? Because these games should not be 300 million. We saw the Insomniac leaks. There's so much Spider-Man on these licenses and all this stuff. And then they're not making the money back. And then to Addict's point, we're not getting the quality at launch. And, we'll add this feature later. And this, that. Like, I get that games have to cost, but we also have to call them out as far as efficiency and how to make quality products again, and scaling back some of these budgets, because it has ballooned out of control. So yeah, that's pretty much all. Unless y'all got to add anything else, but yeah, this is a crazy time, man. This is a crazy timeline, and I don't even know what to say anymore. Like for 14, when you told me that price, bro, $720, and I was like, that don't even seem. I'm in the twilight zone. Like none of this seems real. That this is right now. This is what it is. How crazy is that, y'all? $80 games for every. Oh, last question for y'all. So, y'all think everything across the board is going to be 80, or we going to have select? Like every Xbox first party, y'all think is going to be 80, or it'll be they'll do price stuff like, okay, like a South of Midnight is theirs, a Hellblade 2 is theirs, but like
they've been doing that, right?
They've been doing that.
They've
right prior to this, right? With the 70 now, but now that Nintendo set it off and they're emboldened with this,
but I think they're going to handle everything like the rest of the industry, like how they've been handling it.
Yeah,
where it's like if you was 50, you will now be 60. If you was 70, you will now be 80.
Okay,
like they're going to raise it off with the budgets they currently have, because the people this hurts the most is indies, because when an indie comes out and it's supposed to be 30, even though they'll partner with these publishers, and even though they feel like their game was so better as 30, their publishers are going to push for the industry standards, which is 40 to 50, and that's going to hurt them. Like, look, the console industry is, and the reason the console industry is because, look, these biggest games in the industry all on last gen.
Yeah.
And we had one game one game that was next gen only. What was that game, Forte? So much, a bunch of consoles.
The college football?
Was that game?
The college football?
College football, man.
But here's
so if now, which is funny, is hardware in general is most likely going to go up because I would say unless something happens with the tariffs, Switch and PlayStation will fall in the next couple months. And now when you have GTA 6 coming out, you have Call of Duty that's probably going to be next gen, current gen only. You have Madden going to be current gen only. You're going to see the biggest fluctuations of last gen to this gen because there's an actual reason to upgrade.
Yeah.
Why would you upgrade when everything you play is on this gen? On last gen? Why would you? There's zero reason for you to upgrade.
It's a reason Ryan McCaffrey ran out and bought a PlayStation 5 Pro.
A lot of people buy PS5 Pros right now. It's crazy.
Bought a PS5 Pro before the tax comes.
Before it catch it down.
But the funny, but like you just said, Addict, the unfortunate thing is the people that waited. Normally, the people that wait are the ones that reap the rewards. The people that waited this time around are the ones.
Bro, and this is the thing that's so scary for the OGs. We're from the era that as the console generation continues, you're supposed to get cheaper. You're supposed to give us a slim. You're supposed to give us the components are less expensive to create. Bro, we've got like 2 hikes and game prices going up. What is going on? What timeline is this, Forte? What is going on, bro?
And they have revised their hardware a couple times, even, right?
Yes.
There's been criticism that they haven't revised it enough to maybe hit a good price point, but then they rise prices. So what does that mean? Like, it doesn't really matter if their pipeline is good or not.
I actually feel like last gen when we did mid, and then they were a little bit more willing to flirt with raising prices, not lowering prices, because they did see the bulk of people that buy these hardwares and these mid-gens and these refreshments of these consoles, the slim models. It is the hardcore audience because most casual people pick up one console and they own that sucker for like 10 years. They see that like, why lower when we know these same individuals are going to buy it anyway? Unfortunately, I do think that this year, especially GTA 6, there will probably be 5 to 10 million PlayStation 5 sold just for GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA
just
6
for that.
GTA 6
especially if it's not on PC. Because then if it's not on PC day and day, you're going to get all the PC people that refuse to buy consoles, and they're going to buy the game that it's marketed by and it functions the best on, and most likely that's a PlayStation.
Yeah, console sales are going to go up through the roof on that one. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
YouTube's having issues. It keeps saying, like, it doesn't look like we're dropping, but there is issues right now with YouTube.
Oh, yeah? It's saying something?
Yeah. I don't see no one complaining about it, but I want you to be aware of it.
All right, good looking. Yeah, it's pretty much what I got, man. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes, but crazy week. It is nuts. Shout out, Switch. What else? We get a couple of super chats. Get these playing right now because we got a few.
We need 6 more super chats for our.
Lastly, it plays great mobile through cloud.
Plays mobile through cloud. All right. I feel that.
I actually played Sea of Thieves through cloud, and it was not a bad experience. It was okay.
Yeah.
I would definitely choose like a native experience over it, but I would not say it was a horrible experience.
What else we got?
Nintendo builds mostly in Vietnam, which tariffs is currently held off on.
Yeah, for 90 days.
Xbox builds only in China where tariffs are active.
Facts.
Why would Xbox eat 145%?
Yeah, they're not. We know what's the reason.
We know they're not.
Yeah. What are you buying? Who's that?
Tariffs aren't global. Price rises are global.
That's the biggest argument I can give people. It's like if it was strictly the tariffs, it would be just in America. Because that's the best way you're going to prove a point. We're raising it just in your place, but they didn't.
Yo, Addict. I just beat the Paintress. Biceps.
I'm a fighter live after ILP.
Salute. What else we got? What are you buying?
Addict right. Better hunker down for 4 years. China being petty, and no answering Trump's calls. Playing Obama's speeches while he on hold, lol.
Y'all political.
Did they really do that?
I have no idea.
What are you buying?
Karma God, what up?
Diddy here before my trial tomorrow. I would like to formally extend my invitation to my party in Times Square at 2 a.m. Oh yeah, don't forget the costume.
Don't forget the costume. Yo, that was wild.
What are you buying?
Don Otaku.
This fake outrage towards Xbox for the sake of outrage is weird. Point the blame towards the real cause of the increase, not the effect.
Yeah, we're saying that, but also other things have been taken advantage as a result of said.
What are you buying?
What's up, Mr. Genesis?
When you bet $68.7 billion and fight a massive global lawsuit. What did y'all think was gonna happen? Come on, man, use your brains.
Okay. Use them. Shout out to J Mac, member 54 months. Crazy most of the damage being done to Xbox for the ones that it does not affect. Double agents, refocus. Business is business. All right, salute.
Nick, unfortunately, gamers are the one that suffers from all this. We're the ones paying more.
What are you buying?
Fam, I'm just here, in these comments, to say I think Addict is getting interrupted a lot today.
Oh, he on your side, Addict. He on your side. Iron Rook got you.
It don't. I got one. I got one person.
No doubt.
What are you buying?
Captain Chats, what up?
Games better well be fully cooked and finished if they are now $80. Give your head a wobble if you're buying broken games at any price, let alone $80.
Whew, it's going to make that selection price.
I hope you guys don't generally believe that's going to happen. They still going to hit us with those microtransactions, everything.
J Mac making it rain.
It's amazing how people can be grown when it comes to life's issues. And as soon as the topic is video games, they revert back to 14-year-olds hashtag GREYBEARDS in the building hashtag GAMEPASSISTHEWAYXBOXBETTER.
I like how they can't say AI can't do the hashtags. They have to spell it.
Hardware isn't a revenue driver. It's MAUs and live service.
Yes.
Xbox getting people spending in their ecosystem on other platforms. That makes more than a consumer buying an Xbox and rarely spending there.
I agree. That's fact. That's big time fact.
What are you buying?
Did he hear tell King stop running from me that Glizzy is mine?
Yo.
I'm looking forward to seeing ILP at my party tonight.
Yo.
Cogum, don't forget the collar.
Hey, yo. Karma God. You going to stop that.
Don't worry. I told him not to forget the collar.
Member for Foul Buzz. What's the crack, boys? I see people say the Xbox Series X is bad at $720, but the Pro with the stand and drive is $830 plus tax. By the way, Xbox putting the price bad more. Yeah,
the pros that until they raise those prices.
Xbox making their games cost the same as their highest meta score. Crazy work.
Not the 80 meta score. Stop that, sir. That was messy.
No, we come a long way. It's no longer 69.
We 80 now. We 80. That's
we in the 80s.
Don Otaku.
Difference is that Switch 2 cartridges are more expensive than Switch 1, which was already more expensive than discs. Xbox has no excuse.
Oh, see, you go in that Xbox. You said it was outrageous before.
But the thing is like those cartridges, you're still downloading them.
What are you
like? You're still downloading some of the games.
I understand the outrage, but people had 5 years. I have a Galaxy X, Reg X, and S doesn't affect the hardcore gamers. We already got ours.
He said we got. Yeah, but I'm talking about the new people. Don't you want the industry to grow, brother?
What are you buying?
Preach, Cog. It's pricing people out.
Okay, my man. Salute. What else we got? Well, Don is active outside. Don is active.
Oh, man.
What we got? We got Don again.
As long as he's not on his other account.
Don is active.
What are you buying?
Call of Duty is $80. The Outer Worlds 2 is $70.
Yep. I said that is for now. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the lineup for next year. And all that good stuff. What else we got?
What are you buying?
Ask you, what's up?
We all need to brace for all tech going up this Xmas. We all need to not have our head in the sand when it comes to the economy situation.
Oh, that's a fact. That's why I wanted to bring out both sides to just talk about it. Shout out to Lloyd Metroid, member for 38 months. If you complain about the higher prices for games and consoles and then buy them day one, you are part of the problem. Play your backlog, stop the FOMO. That is true. But it's easier said than done.
And that's why I speak about it, but I don't complain about it because I know
the people who voted for Trump, why are you crying about this? You voted for it? So go get your $800 consoles and $80 games and reap what you sowed.
Dr. Strange love is outside. Okay. Bang, bang, political gang. Got you. We got you.
My wife upgrades her console once every 10 years. With how she uses her joysticks, one would think she would upgrade more often for hygiene's sake.
That's how she uses it.
Wazo Gamer, bro.
He's always
wildin'.
been extra.
That man knows Donald Taco's back.
Just remember Nintendo games don't have MTX and their games are polished at launch. Especially now that the Switch 2 shouldn't have frame issues. Nail polish, dark skin tone.
Listen, Forza Horizon Worlds, all right. I don't know if it's $80 worth, but I'll give you polish. Fix your face, Kate.
No $80 game is a game key card addict. The full game is on the cartridge.
He going hard.
Oh,
Got it? All right. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh.
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
I thought people were saying that still, like, there's some third-party stuff that's still on one platform.
No doubt. Oh, shout out to Wazo Gamer again. Remember 56 months. If Xbox is pricing their games on their Metascore, bring on the 69 game. Hey, yo! Wazo Gamer, bro. You a messy man. You're a messy man, sir. You're a messy man. We got to move on. We got to stop you from yourself. This was kind of a back-to-back topic. GTA 6, man. Big one. Big news, man. We got the news straight from the horse's mouth as far as that release date, what was going on. So shout out to Rockstar. Put the tweet out, man. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26th. 2026. Set to release. We're very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. Shout out to the cops going by. They're here excited. We look forward.
Don't hear them.
Okay, good, because it's loud as hell by me. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. So this was the big one, y'all. GTA has been delayed. Can everyone breathe now? Collective sigh of relief of your release date. In the fall, you have been marked safe from GTA 6. So let's get to it, man. I'm going to start with Kay on this one, man. Kay, like, where you at with this whole delay?
Oh, I mean, this to me, this the category of water's wet. How many times have they delayed their huge bangers?
Yeah.
They've done this before, right? We've seen this before historically from Rockstar. Mm-hmm. They've delayed their one game multiple times, if I'm not mistaken. That actually brings me to the question of, do we think this is the only delay? Back when they were a competitor, it happened often. Right. Now they are the elephant in the room in any room they enter. People are breathing a sigh of relief right now. You think that May is going to be good for you? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, I worry about games like Fable. Like how does that? Because we don't know exactly where it was going to fall, but
right.
You'd think that it probably would have fallen somewhere in where they're going now, right? So, I think it's exciting. I think it's awesome. I'm one who hopes beyond hope. Let's be absolutely clear. Let's keep it a buck. It ain't going down. But if they were to come and say, well, the delay afforded us the ability to make sure we could release it on other platforms earlier, I would be very happy about that. I don't foresee that happening, but hey, who knows?
Switch 2. Switch 2. That's the platform you're looking
PC,
for.
Like the whole situation.
You sound like a Switch 2 kind of guy that you was waiting for. That's what you sound like.
No. And you know what? Look, I'll play it wherever it's playable. If it's good, it's good. No doubt. It's just, historically and we always pay attention to their business model. Historically, they've kind of done the whole, we do the PC thing, we do the console thing, and then we do the PC thing. But we see a lot of that changing now. Even with those who have historically done that, they're now shortening their windows more and more.
Right.
I don't think this means magically it's like day and date. I still don't think that.
I got you.
But hey, I like, at least from what we can gather, they never release one and then start another. They're always working on parallel tracks. Just the console gets priority, and So I find it interesting what this delay will mean as far as release cadence is concerned, right? But make no mistake, the moment that thing drops, we'll be talking about it. It'll be the thing. It'll be in the NPDs for the next 10 years, as we see. You know what I mean? It'll just be there, right? So, yeah, maybe, COG, this will be the year. This will be the release where you and King and the rest of the ILP help me convince my brother, Mr. Everborn Saga, to play GTA 5.
Oh, wow. He played GTA 5? I even played that.
He is 10 to. I call it
Look at
the
Cock,
catcher
I
in the
even
rye of
played
gaming.
that.
It is the catcher in the rye of gaming as a podcaster.
He won't play
of
it?
gaming. He refuses to play it.
I didn't know he was anti GTA. I never knew this. Really? See, I'm
Yes.
not. I understand some ways going for. Look, I'll be honest. Like, I don't really finish GTA games because my problem is I end up not doing anything and I just run around and create my own storyline and I never advance nothing. Right? So that's about. But I love the games though. I'm not going to sit there and like. So he refuses to play under what grounds?
Well, you know, I imagine it's probably the zeitgeist, the hype, the swell. It's now a little too big, right? And you have all these other games like coming across. I just find it'd be interesting, at least the campaigns specifically. Yeah. I find it'd be interesting if he were to play it because it would really like enhance his thoughts on 6. But I haven't gotten him to play it 5.
So this is wild to me that
it's wild, right? It's wild.
Is it that he doesn't want to play or he doesn't have time to play?
No, he doesn't want to. 10 toes down. He's done.
So he's like, yo, GTA is trash. It's overrated. Oh, he on that.
Hasn't played it, but he ain't doing it.
I gotta speak to you, everyone. This is news to me. Okay, I didn't know this.
This is good, right? So this to the point where I literally bought GTA 5 and slipped it in his.
You hit it with the gift. You know what the.
I slipped it into his Steam library. He's like, nope, I have not accepted the gift.
Yo, that's wild work. Wow.
Yes.
That's
so
different. Okay.
I say all this to say GTA 6 is coming. The fact that they've delayed things is exciting for me personally because now I can spend a whole year or however long it takes to push him to try and get him to play 5 at least.
There you go. Fair enough. All right, and then last thing, K, Price, you thinking this is going to be we're gonna stay strong on 80. We're gonna stay strong on 80, right? We ain't doing nothing crazy.
I would not be surprised, man. Isn't Take-Two the one that gave you when unfortunately we lost Kobe, the game came out, they gave you the specialty edition with him on the cover and they charged you. What did they charge you for that one? Like this is Take-Two, right? So, you know, like I didn't expect anything less from this price point and all that. Like what I was hoping for, and going back to the previous story we discussed, what I was hoping for was that they would be the one to bring themselves to that firing squad so that all that virtual tomatoes would be righteous. Now the waters are muddy. They can show up and be like, well, hey, we just here, and no one got anything to say. You see what I'm saying? I was hoping that the first time we heard $80 pricing or $90, whatever would be with GTA.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
so that people can really grok with the idea of, hey, we love this game. But do we really love it $100 much? You know what I mean? Yeah. And now, of course, unfortunately, that's not where we're going. Look, man, I would not be surprised if the non-BBL, non-buy a play 5 days early, the Gen Pop Peasantry edition is like $85, $90. I would not be surprised because that's what